Welcome back to Enshrouded, everyone. Hope y'all are doing well and having a good Thursday. Welcome in, PC Gamer Trev. Hope you're doing well. We are going to be working a little bit more today on our diagonal house. Finishing the roof, doing a few more details. I want that house completely finished by the time we have Valheim 1.0 on September 9th, so that we will dive into that a whole bunch. Hey Borg, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, we've got about a month and 3 days-ish, from now till Valheim 1.0, which is super exciting. But between now and then, it's time to just wrap up some things in Enshrouded, because we'll be busy with Valheim 1.0 for that first month until Enshrouded 1.0 comes out. And then we're going to have a few other games I want to check out, all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Silverwolf, welcome in. Poisonable, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you here. All right, let me go ahead and launch up the game, and we'll get started on, I think I'll do like the two little mossy roof portions that are on the side of the big one, for any of you that tuned in for the last stream, I think earlier last week that we did it. Yeah, I forgot it was on the 9th, right? It is coming up. It will be here before we know it. I know it seems like, oh, it's a month away, stuff like that. It will be here before we know it. Hope Enshrouded release date doesn't get pushed back. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. You can now wishlist it on the console store. That's good. That's good that that's happening as well. But definitely super exciting. I can't wait for all my games, man. And then Windrose, we don't have a release date for Windrose, which is probably a good thing. That means I'd maybe anticipate it to be more like November, December time frame, which will give us a little breathing room after Valheim 1.0, then Enshrouded, and then the next Windrose update. Yeah, 3 of my top favorite survival games, all having big updates at the end of this year. We're going to be busy. It's going to be very exciting, though. Yeah, excited to see you do more Enshrouded building. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Also waiting for Dawn of War 4. Oh, nice. Very nice. I have never played that game, but hopefully you're enjoying it. Or the, I guess, Dawn of War 3 or whatever right now, right? Alright, so yeah, on the last one, we did this, we did the mossy roof on the big portion of the build. This, like I said, this is kind of going to be like a farmer's market area. So I just kind of want to clutter it with some food, some little stands, things like that. Maybe this could be like a little eating area or something. We'll put like a little fence across here. Maybe like a little staircase down to there. But I'd have to kind of work around the tree. So I might try that. But we have these little end sections. This one and then one on the other side as well that I have to do the moss roof on. So that's what we're going to be working on. First things first, let me go into my display and we're going to turn off the voxel detail models because I don't want those, just to make it a lot less distracting for us. And then I'm also going to go ahead and sleep since it's nighttime. Oh, it's an RTS game. Nice. I see. Very cool. Well, you don't play as many of those. I've been, I love like the survival genre. Survival games are awesome. And then I also love like FPS style games as a fun switch up to cozy survival games, if that makes sense. So sometimes, like, if I get, because I do these cozy survival building games for my job, essentially, have thousands of hours into them, it's fun every now and then to completely switch it up, do a little bit of, like, Warframe, a little bit of Fortnite, stuff like that. You guys would never expect me to do that. It's just what people, like, with ADHD and stuff would do. Like, I can't stay on one thing forever, or I'm gonna get burnt out on it. So that's what I do to keep myself, having fun, occupied, not getting burned out, all that good stuff. When Enshrouded releases, you're gonna start over since you hadn't gotten far. Oh, did you get it though, Poison? Then try the building. Looking forward to it. Heck yeah, I can't wait to see you start building in Enshrouded. Yeah, might have to have you on for some building streams. I don't know. Jonathan, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in some Enshrouded. Missed the build videos. Heck yeah. Appreciate you stopping by. It's good to be back. We were back in this build in our stream last week. Figure I wanted to get it done for the 1.0 update. And when Valheim releases, I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time on this build again, so we're gonna be grinding a little bit here. Let's see. I think I want this to be outside there. Okay. So I'm kind of alternating every other one, and then stacking them on top of each other to sort of create like a 45-degree angle. Enshrouded building, it's mind-boggling when you start doing all these individual block placements, but it does work out nicely when it does. All right, then we want to do 2 little things up there. I think that was it. Oh yeah, and then 1 right in there just to seal that off, I think. Perfect. And then same thing on this side as well. We'll just go ahead and fill in between here. Does like all kinds of games, what's called an omni-gamer. yeah, exactly. No, I feel that. It keeps everything interesting because I do enjoy games and I enjoy the community behind them and meeting new people, collaborating, all kinds of stuff like that. I enjoy technology, the whole online world, things along those lines. So gaming is always fun, and I try to keep it interesting, even if specifically like survival games and things, it's like, oh, if I want a break or I want a little recharge to feel like I can come back strong with another update, you know, if that makes sense. But oh, you got it just before you got Windrose, and then Windrose stole you. Oh, gotcha. So you've had it a long time. You just haven't had a chance to really dive into it. I see. Yeah. Taking notes right now, because think you're learning more, or leaning more toward foresty build than medieval towns. Yes. Those were the 2 you were debating. Yeah. In Enshrouded, I highly recommend, like, forest village stuff. I think you would really love it as well. This game just absolutely shines with like foresty builds because it has full terraforming. You have like hundreds of terrain materials to choose from. It's just like a complete blank canvas. You know, this entire thing was all custom made. You can dig into stuff, you know, create mossy roofs, do anything you want. And so I feel like it's just, I don't know. I love doing that in Enshrouded. I know the terrain doesn't render in from very far away. That's the big negative that I always complain about with Enshrouded. It always disappears. But despite that, if you're up close or at least exploring your builds, it's a very cool experience, and I just love the nature style builds. I kind of go for more of like medieval style in Valheim, I'd say, or like medieval Viking style there. Yeah, I think Windrose does a great job with all the beams and stuff to really go full on like pirate style and stuff like that. Have a favorite FPS game? At the moment, probably Fortnite. Yeah, probably the thing that nobody would expect me to play. I enjoy it. I'm enjoying the new season with the sprites and stuff. Going and collecting them, like Pokemon or Pal World or something like that, right? But yeah, I made a castle with a moat. That's freaking awesome. Love that you left part of the material node in the roof. Oh, wait. Looking forward to digging some houses. Heck yeah. Yeah, no, the copper here. That was something that was here existing, and I just liked the orange color of it, so I never decided to replace it. But yeah, or the copper, which was over there. This one's the clay node, so there's some copper and some clay in this hill, which I decided to leave. I do like them. If only Enshrouded had the render distance of Crimson Desert. Yes, John, absolutely. That would be freaking amazing, wouldn't it? Absolutely. Maybe someday, you never know. You never know. I mean, if they keep updating, if they find some kind of new technology or something to make it work, that would be super cool. But Hobbit House, didn't know what it was, but I know it's something you can gather. Yeah, that was the clay above the Hobbit hole there. That was the resource. So there's so many resources. I mean, I think you'll have so much fun with this game. Honestly, it's quite crazy what like you're able to do in here. It really is. Yeah. What you see on like these streams right now, these building streams and stuff, yeah, this is some of the building, but it's like it's not even close to the amount of materials we have, and there's just the whole story and adventure of Enshrouded, honestly, as well. Like, it's my favorite, like, RPG that I've played. Like, it just has such a good story and adventure. The combat's fun, the quests, all of that. First time catching you live. Love your videos. This house, for a specific NPC, probably like the farmer's assistant, so it has a nicer place to live. But yeah, love your forest village and been working on recreating, making your own village at this location too. Heck yeah. Welcome in, Watra. Appreciate having you stop by. And yeah, welcome to the community. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Let's see, I'm debating if I go down all the way with these. That one kind of like did go all the way down. That's interesting. Like if I had that go here? Well, maybe not. I don't really know entirely what I'll do there. Because these I didn't really have it go. Yeah. Oh, I did. Okay. So it kind of went out like right in here. Like that, I'm pretty sure. Almost kind of came down a little bit farther too. I don't fully know. We'll keep it the way it is. It's so hard with this diagonal house. This is like, I went a little overboard in challenging myself to build this. Let's just say that this build was a insane challenge. I need to get rid of these terrain blocks, and I'm accidentally destroying everything else in the process. There we go. Okay. Let's just try to aim at the terrain. Good. Castle is based on a 3D puzzle you bought. Oh, that's really cool. Anna, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. Enshrouded stream, heck yeah. It's like math, yeah. Yep, it is, I don't know, this is crazy. I don't know why I decided to do this, but we're following through. I'm going to finish this. It's gonna happen. We're gonna have a finished, a nice build, for this diagonal house. So, yeah, we're gonna try it. I'm debating now going up steeper with the roof. I think I might, just to kind of have it, well, I could just go 45 for these ones. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think these roofs should be kind of 45, or should they go up steeper? Well, should I do one more row that's 45, or start going up steep right now? I'm kind of debating. I'm thinking maybe one more little 45-degree row, and then start going up a little steeper here. That's what I'm gonna try, I think, here. Let's go. These ones all the way across. Okay, and then destroy those. Does create a cool pattern as well on it. I think, yeah, this one had the one that came out. Okay. So let's go 2, 2, there we go. There we go, and then delete all these ones. I felt like I wanted to delete the ones under here, so we never did that officially for the large roof. We actually just doubled up on it. Like, I could go through on the inside of here and actually go ahead and delete, like, all of those little corner pieces if I wanted to. But the reason I'm doing that for these is so that we actually can walk in here. Because, yeah, I thought it would be nice to be able to walk here with, like, maybe a tiny window to look out of, and that just gives us a little bit more space on the insides of these areas. Built a Blackmire village as well. Best biome in your opinion? Yeah, Blackmire is pretty cool. I would almost argue Revelwood in terms of like, well, it's hard to say like best biome. I also love the water biome. It's so hard to say in this game. But one thing I will say that I don't like about Blackmire are the trees. Well, okay, it's my favorite part of about Blackmire, but I also think that whoever modeled them just didn't actually look at what a tree is kind of supposed to look like. And it doesn't matter, they don't have to be accurate, because obviously it's just fantasy. It's like, you know, they're giant, oversized trees, which I love, but I wish they were more like windy and more jungly and like, you know, more proportional with the branches and the trunk and like just some bigger roots. And I just wish they went a little bit more effort. Like, I would love to redo Blackmire. If I had like the job to redo a biome in this game, I would love to redo Blackmire and just make some nicer tree models. I think that would be super cool. They're not bad, but they're definitely like extremely chunky, like these big stubs that kind of come out of the ground. And I think they'd be a lot more fun to explore and build in if they were just a little more like twisted and ancient and proportional, I guess. Like when I envision like, you know, trees to build in, I would love to have like a gnarly trunk that we could walk up and stuff. They should watch Bob Ross paint. Yeah, there you go. Agree with the trees, excited for 1.0, the new building resources. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. The whole lava biome. I don't know what their plan is with that, but man, that looks pretty crazy. We obviously got some sneak peeks that I showed you guys before of like some of the new armor and things like that we're gonna see with the hollow halls. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy things that biome, I think, like, I didn't know they were sort of doing a whole nother biome. I was like, 1.0, they're, you know, I was figuring it would just be like a touch up of what's already here, but nope, they want to do another biome, which is super cool. All right, so I want to do, let's see here, I want to do this, and actually, yeah, I want to do this one here, and that one maybe? Yeah, that works, okay. Destroy that one, and then that one. Perfect. Let's do the same thing over here. To start kind of building up a little bit steeper. Diaper, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Love seeing Enshrouded again. Heck yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think we'll do at least one more stream Saturday morning. We'll do a stream of Scrap Mechanic again. Just heading to the lab. I know a bunch of you are interested in that, so at least I gotta stream that. And then next week, maybe we'll try Vintage Story and do a stream of that. I'm just kind of trying things and getting all that working, so to speak, before, you know, as we wait for all the 1.0s. Did anyone here play Spellbreak? I did not play that game. Adrian Code, welcome in. Wait, what? Really been so out of touch? For what? Like the biome and Enshrouded and stuff? Just finished all Steam achievements just in time. Heck yeah, so ready for the new stuff. Would love all the crafts people to offer cosmetic outfits like the Bard. Ooh, that could be cool. Yeah, that could be very cool. Let's see, I kind of want that one to go, and then... Not really sure what's going on here. Something is not... Oh, I see what the issue is. I hadn't taken these back far enough. There we go. Just gotta take these out of here. So we kind of got two of those. Those come in there. I don't really know how I'm gonna connect it all, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out eventually. You beta tested Spellbreak. Didn't get far since it was still getting off the ground. Gotcha. Yeah. That's cool. Is it another survival crafting style game? I mean, it kind of sounds like it. But sounds interesting. Let's see. I want to do that one. I don't know if this one is... Ah, yeah, that one's a normal. Okay. So we'll go up on those. Alright, and then another one there. Perfect. And then destroy the bottom ones. There we go. Oh, a Battle Royale game. Oh, gotcha. Enshrouded building streams are perfect for falling asleep. Couldn't sleep and saw your stream Enshrouded. Can't tell you how happy you are. Oh, I'm glad to hear, Elvin. I suppose that's good, right? It is intended to be relaxing. And it's actually kind of funny. I've been seeing some YouTubers titling videos like "Fall asleep while I do this." Maybe I should do that for some of my build videos. Fall asleep while I build a cozy hobbit house. See how it does. It'd be interesting. There's like a whole like YouTube you know, watch market for those titles right now. Been doing beta for Rekka, a chicken house building game. Oh my goodness. Wow, the world was kind of like Enshrouded. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Closer to Fortnite, if you remember. Okay. No loud noises, Elvin sleeping. Yeah. Do you have a relaxing voice for it? Well, I'm glad you guys think so. Sometimes I think it can get a bit like raspy or twangy, but I suppose that doesn't mean it's not relaxing, right? So I'm glad you guys like it. I'm glad it works. It works well enough. Let me go ahead and start building up on these ones so that we built up there. And now I need to build up on these, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Perfect. Oops. Sorry for the concentration sometimes in these building streams. This one is this one's a hard build. We're getting it, but it's not an easy one. Always love your videos in the background playing, super relaxing. Oh, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, maybe I should. I could market to that more for some things, you know? We could have some more upbeat content and then some relaxing things and then just go full on like titling them as such so that people know. Because I'm thinking, yeah, you know, YouTube, the algorithms, everything always changes. And recently I think there's different ways I gotta start titling my videos or reaching specific audiences and stuff. Andrea, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Have you found the hack with finding the rare fish? Wait, I've gotten through so many frogs. Oh, isn't it like so? I think the fishing rod is what you need, if I remember correctly. Try to craft like there's a quest in the whatchamacallit, there's a quest with the fisherman NPC. Gotta craft the good fishing rod, because I don't think the cheap one from like the hunter is gonna cut it. And then, but you craft the good fishing rod, and then yeah, it is just a chance. You can raise the chance in the settings. So you could do that if you need it to be a little easier. But yeah. If people can make League of Legends ASMR, anything is possible. Very true, Poison. That is an interesting concept because one of the, you know, because I watch some other creators and other friends and stuff. This other Fortnite creator that I watch, you wouldn't think of Fortnite as like a relaxing game. He started a series called Fortnite and Philosophy, where he's like, you know, I want to start talking about more than just talking about how to win the game, so to speak, and how to play it. And Debra, thank you so much for the memberships. Oh my gosh. Huge shout out to Debra. Thank you so much. Such a support to the channel. I really appreciate it. But yeah, he basically started this channel, and this, not this channel, but like shifted his channel, started doing a series called Fortnite Philosophy, where he just has the gameplay, and then he just starts talking about like random topics for each video. Like one of the videos is like, you know, finding your purpose, or, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Like I'm seeing these other unique takes on some things that I'm realizing like, oh, you know, I could kind of start doing that. I always felt nervous to do content like that, and it's like, yeah, it actually could work out pretty well. Pitch Stars, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Videos help you wind down too. Love the content. Heck yeah. I appreciate you stopping by. Really do. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Have all the quests done. Excellent, Rod. Still no dice. Dang. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you. Keep fishing. Keep fishing is the best advice I could give currently. It is a hard quest. That was probably, honestly, the hardest quest I think that I've ever done in Enshrouded as well. I remember that one not being easy, and it was just really hard to catch them as well. You know, with the stamina and stuff. It was not an easy thing to do. All right, I want to start building these back just a little bit, so because we're gonna have to kind of blend into the other roof. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, and destroy the bottom one. Okay, I think that'll work. We can kind of just start chipping away at this moss. Something like that. Keep on fishing, keep on fishing. Just keep swimming. Yes. Yep. The best and worst advice, you know, right? It's like, it's not gonna, it's probably something you already know, but but yes, just keep fishing. And as soon as you find one of the ones that you have to really tug around and that's very challenging, that is almost always going to be one of the rare fish. So be sure you get on it and don't let it go. All right, 2, 3, and then, oh goodness. All right, this is already challenging. No. Wow. Okay. It's getting there. We're gonna do this. It's looking good. Hey, Joe the Wizard, welcome in. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good week. All right, and we want to destroy. Go to first person again. Destroy. Oops. This one. Okay. And then let's see. Destroy those moss pieces. 1, 2, 3, and then the bottom one there. Okay. Think this is good. And then start destroying some of these. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna I don't know if I'm gonna build another house like this. At least not this big. Well, it's not that bad. It is turning out pretty good. Maybe it'll be worth it. It's not gonna look any better than like a normal house, but like as far as the challenge goes, it's a fun challenge. So that counts, right? Let's see here. I guess we do the next one. So let's go here and then up. Okay. And this one here. Oh, this is gonna have to be like also going up as well. Okay. Alright, well, let's just do that so that we can kind of come in here and then try to go up here, because we gotta blend into the rest of the thing. Okay, yep. We'll try. And then we're gonna destroy the bottom ones of these. Okay. And then let me do this side before I start going up, actually. So we're gonna go 2, and then destroy 1, 2, destroy, and just kind of slowly but surely, and we'll get there eventually. feel like is Windrose like right click to place stuff? That one's left click as well. I feel like some game, Minecraft is the right click to place blocks. Maybe it's because I jumped back into Hytale for a little bit to play some. And I'm wanting to like left click to destroy and right click to place. It always confuses me so much. Alright, now let's go up here. Okay. That. Oops. Something along those lines there. And then go up in the middle here. So let's do this one. And then 3. Yeah, I think 3 is probably good for this top section. 2, 3. You gotta try and use city wall blocks diagonally and use the decay tool. Yeah. See if it hides the block shape a bit. Yes, that would work tremendously well. Like if you're, especially if you're doing like diagonal walls and stuff. For sure. It'll obviously look a little run down, but as long as there's corners showing, actually, the decay tool might actually be the perfect tool for that kind of a thing. Might not look too bad. Okay, let's take a look at this from a little farther back. Did we kind of get the shape? Well, I'd say we kind of got it. I'm gonna hope that's good enough. Can even put a little something on the outside there just to make that a little bit better, a little more symmetrical. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to do the same thing on the other side and see if we can get it to replicate, get it to work. So going on the inside here. Okay. Lionheart, welcome in. Back to Enshrouded again today. Yep. Gotta finish this diagonal house for the 1.0 update, so I want this one done. And then, yeah, I felt like any lingering, it seems so far away. Yeah, it's gonna be here before we know it, though. I feel like it's gonna be very quick. All right, this one, and then I wanted to do like this guy. Well, let's see. How did I? Okay. Maybe like that. Yeah, that works. Okay. Perfect. Destroy these. Has a little bit Southeast Asian temple look to the roof. Oh, yeah. Totally. Well, it kind of does. And the shingles are just like that much more accentuated and stuff. And this is with the textures turned off, by the way, so as soon as I turn the voxel detail models on, I mean, you guys will see how that looks, but it's going to look very, a little more chaotic than this. Totally want new gameplay when the game is out. What, you guys want a new playthrough of Enshrouded even with 1.0? Am I expected to do like a 1.0 live stream playthrough or something? Not like entirely opposed to it. We'll see how the schedule is. Let's see. Let's get that one in. And oh, not there. I want this. Okay. Destroy that, and then one more there. Perfect. Yes. Yeah, October seems so far away, doesn't it? When 1.0 comes out, you gonna be done with this village and starting on the endgame one? Yeah. With 1.0, we're probably gonna be doing like a big endgame project. And that's, yeah. This village, like I've said, is kind of just practice for that endgame project. So think of it like that. We're gonna use a lot of concepts that we've done on this village, and I want to build my own tree from scratch to model it exactly how I want. and I want to do just a full-on like elven forest village. That's just that we kind of work on as like a forever project. You'd be down for another playthrough in 1.0? Going to start over for the first time at 1.0? Nice, Joe. I mean, I'll think about it. I'll think about it because that could be fun. Or maybe you know, if Poison, if you're starting over or something, could have you on and do some streams if you wanted, and do some 1.0 playthrough, and then everyone can experience a new player going out Enshrouded kind of for the first time with everything that's been complete. But we'll see. 100% down for Elven Village. Heck yeah. Now I'm kind of that's my plan, I think. And I'll show you guys the location again for any of you that haven't seen the location that I'm planning at least right now to build when 1.0 drops. Because I have picked out a location that I think is going to be nice. Let me go ahead and just remove that for now. I think this will work for my thing. I do think I want to do it like slightly farther out as well though. So let me go ahead and go out to here. Be down, need a buddy for the shroud. It scares you. Hey, that could be fun though. That could be fun. Would you guys want a multiplayer like I did with Crimson for when 1.0 drops? Would you want me to have someone on the streams doing a multiplayer playthrough if we did another playthrough with 1.0? I'm still not fully decided on that, but like I'm open to the idea maybe. Fall asleep while I play through Enshrouded 1.0. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And Lionheart, absolutely. I think it's a good idea to start from scratch come 1.0. Got a feeling they'll be changing more about, yeah, even the overworld and everything, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I think that 1.0 is going to be a great time because they'll have the story complete and everything else too. That'd be nice. Found the perfect place for steampunk factory build. Oh goodness, Joe, that's going to look so cool. You and your like steampunk mechanic style building is crazy cool. I always love seeing it. Build for like the water biome competition and stuff too. Crazy cool stuff. Let's see, let's destroy that and then do 3 like that and then destroy this. Okay. There we go. Now let's take a look. Check it out. We've got our sub roof that will go underneath the moss roof. We just gotta connect it all. And now as I turn, you can see if I turn the voxel detail models back on, it's gonna look a bit crazier. It is a very cool texture though. I will say that. It's kind of neat. Very jagged on the ends. I don't really like the ends, but like in between, you know, if you use some different block on the ends, it does give kind of a neat looking texture to it, that's for sure. Can't wait to see Joe. Remember seeing your builds. First found the channel, they're bonkers. Oh yeah. Joe's builds are crazy. We toured a few of them. If you have any updates or any other builds, Joe, you let me know. Gotta come check them out again. And yeah, we'll try to do some build tours between now and 1.0 as well, because we've got Hogwarts to tour and things like that. We've got some good builds that I want to check out. Looks more like a Pacific Islander style. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, it can look like anything, right? Change and all. This is gonna be probably my 1.0 location. I like the forest village, but I also wanted to have a little bit of like a lookout point, a little bit of a high point to feel a little less claustrophobic for building with a forever project, you know, when 1.0 drops. And I thought this place was very nice because we can get views of basically the entire world from here. We can see all the way out at the Kindle Waste, all the way around. We get to see the floating islands and what will probably become sort of the lava biome way over there, the water biome. And I thought this hill over here is just a very nice spot to build. Some nice backdrops. So yeah, I thought either up here or down on this hill. I'll go over to it now. This was the other option that I was thinking of. Let's see, I'll crash into it with my axe there. This was the other option. So, and this might even be a more, like a better option. It's a little more sunken down, but still like a nice high point with a lot of space. So yeah, that's the plan right now, is one of these two hills. I just love these areas. Really nice spots. Been slow building because the game keeps crashing, hoping a new driver update will fix it, hopefully. Thankfully, I've not had issues with the game crashing on me, but yeah, Enshrouded can be a bit unstable at times. Yeah. Such good views from that spot, you can curate the trees better. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Think we'll be able to get lava in version 1.0? That'd be so amazing. I mean, I would kind of imagine, based on the trailer and some of the screenshots and stuff, it looked like maybe it was flowing, but they do have the water mechanics in place, you know, and just slow it down a little bit and do like flowing tar and flowing lava maybe, I don't know. That could be very cool. I do still hope we get logic with 1.0, that would also be very amazing. But yeah, these spots I thought were gonna be perfect for like a 1.0 base. And I'm thinking I'll still probably keep it within like a level 4 altar and just do it on here. I don't know if I'll do it in this world or if I'll start a new world for this build. I'm not really sure, it depends, you know? If I'm doing like a Forever World playthrough, a new 1.0 playthrough, maybe it's worth like doing it in a new world, I don't know. But yeah, there's lots of cool spots. You know, there's that hill from a little farther back, just to give you perspective of where we're at. And then my current forest village is down there, a little ways. Always hoped the mud and terrain type. Oh, the mud as a terrain type, so you can make muddy roads. Yeah, that would be very cool. Having crashing problems too. Had to delete your shaders folder and reinstall the shaders. Oh, interesting. Yeah. What would logic be in the game? Basically, think of like the ancient spires. Being able to build those ourselves. Placing buttons, having the buttons do things. Go ahead and search on YouTube. You can look up the logic like for Portal Knights. Portal Knights was the game from Keen Games before they developed Enshrouded, and they're going to use very similar logic elements probably to what Portal Knights had. So think of being able to step on a pressure plate and have a trap go off, or creating our own spikes or our own like arrows that shoot out of the walls, and basically being able to build and create our own like mini dungeon crawler games for the community. And yeah, that's at least their intention, and I think what they wanted to get done, but we don't know yet because yeah, there's a lot of things that were on the roadmap that are also off the roadmap now, and I've checked with the devs and they are a bit unsure of exactly what's gonna make it into the final version, so we're just gonna have to see. You'd be good at that? Yeah, that could be very fun. Could be very fun to do some sort of like dungeon crawler mini game, you know, for the community. That'd be cool. Let's see, that's gotta be out. Oh, okay. Did I not have that on the other side as well? I just want to be like fully ready for the moss to go on this. Pretty sure that's good. Okay. Might even be able to make quests. The actual loot, maybe. You never know. That's, yeah, I am curious to see, like, if that's gonna be a thing. Because I'd imagine with that, that's probably where they'd also add, like, a creative mode. But when I asked the dev about the creative mode, it may never actually happen for Enshrouded, which I'm hoping that's not the case. But there's a small chance that we won't get creative mode, based on what the devs have told me, but we'll see. I'm gonna be hopeful. Let's see here. Let's get some moss, or start building the moss anyway, on this one. Once this roof is done, that's kind of the hardest part of this build. Then it's just a matter of like decking out the inside, which is going to be quite a bit easier. Ooh, that one was up on the other block. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yep, that should work. And then let's start building up from there. So let's see. We want it to go kind of up on these. Every other one. So I'll do this here. And then fill in the middle. So every other one in here. And then I think we wanted to, yeah, we've got kind of some more spaces to fill in here. That work? That's kind of the next level up. This is tricky. Have a dragon crawler knight with the death counter for Chisel. People are wanting me to add a death counter to the chat bot. Maybe I should. Maybe I should go ahead and code a little death counter with a command that can put a little counter on the screen. I could. Didn't know creative mode might get scraped. At least there are resource worlds, I guess. Yeah, very true. At least there are resource worlds. But yeah, that was something that the devs... it was a little disappointing to hear, but when I asked it, I was like, oh, because creative mode originally there were supposed to be like initial implementations of things a little bit ago that never happened, and so I was checking with the devs about that, and they just replied to my message with like a I don't know face emoji and like another GIF, and I was like, we don't know basically. I don't think you know, we can hope. We can definitely hope, but let's see, we gotta fill in these little blocks on the outsides here. Okay, like that, and then on the very bottom, let's go out of first person and then kind of get these guys filled in so that they're not so jagged. Perfect, that's working. All right, amazing. Happened to make a tutorial for how to set up a resource world server and reset it. I did not, but it's not too hard to do on G-Portal, where you can just have it reset from a backup essentially every so often. That's how they do it. So they have a version of the world that's like set with all the stuff. But yeah, that's how you would do it essentially. It's not too complex, but feel free to reach out or to like 3D. As well, and a bunch of people in my Discord probably be able to help you with that if anyone's wanting to set up a resource world or do something along those lines. You seen the hack for using cups to make drawers? Wait, the hack for using cups to make drawers? I don't think so. What I've used for the kitchens, like for little drawers, like you can phase a cup into something and then basically use the cup handle as like the drawer handle, is what you're saying? Yeah, like handles. Because yeah, the way I've done the drawers, I actually use the instrument stand for handles. I can show you in the tavern. Twist the cup and back phase it in until the handle, yeah, looks like the drawer handle, yeah. Oh, that's a cool way of doing it. Yeah, I've done the little instrument stand, see? I'll put the little knobs on them, kind of like that, and then I'll use the staff wall mounts kind of phased into the backs to create the illusion of little cabinets and drawers. And then that's kind of how I've done it. But yeah, cups would absolutely work as well. Didn't think of that. That would definitely work if you didn't want to go for like the little knobs on the as like the handles. Cups could definitely work. Yeah, this forest village is actually pretty large. We've done a lot of building here. Oh yeah, the bottle tops as well. Absolutely, absolutely could do that. Let's see. Let's go with some more moss here. Try to fill in between all of this. I also have the bloom turned way down for the building here because it's just a lot better without it being so intense for the building block. Sometimes that can be pretty shiny in this game. Alright, that moss is kind of going to fade into each other. I think it'll look good. I think it'll look good when it's done. I'll just have to trust that it'll be fine. Do this, and then fill in everything in between here. Okay. Good, and then that's all. We'll probably just be able to like fill all this in. Yep. Just glitch all the moss in there. That could work. Up next, apothecary build for you, or you want to see one on the channel? Like that would be a cool build. I want to see it if you're building one. Sounds like a very cool project. Enshrouded would be very good for that with all of the little potions and bits and bobs we have to build with in this game. There we go. Those ones done. Okay, it's coming along. This concept I think is gonna work out. Make sure I have all these done. Let's see. The channel would be cool, like a shop. Yeah, that would be very cool. That's the kind of thing, like, for the end game base that I want to do. I want to do all kinds of, like, little individual builds and shops and all kinds of really cozy stuff. Really connect everything is what I want to challenge myself to do for that. Because with this forest village, I mean, it's very connected. We have done some cool paths and landscaping, but I haven't done a lot of landscaping on this forest village. It's primarily a lot of structures, which is originally what I intended, because I wanted to design a lot of different houses and styles and experiment with different things just to see what we could do, what we could push the game's limits and things like that. But eventually, I, you know, in an endgame build, I want to do a lot more landscaping and terrain work outside of just the build itself, you know. I think that would be nice. Okay, and then fill in outside of these. Man, this is crazy. Yeah, this kind of a build I would not have been able to do and just like wing it and go this easy as like a beginner builder in Enshrouded. I feel like this is a build I would say, like, if you're starting Enshrouded, you're probably over your head if you're trying to do something like this. A little over my head now, but it's a really cool concept to try to build something diagonal. Okay, let's see here. Did I? No, I think this is right. Okay, yep. Fill in between these. Yep. Okay. And then fill in the middle here. Perfect. Want to try and think of what factor you would make. Not sure yet. Be interesting. If you want to fight the render distance, you can sink your roads into little canyons but the structure's built into the terrain. True. True. Kind of do certain things. Imagine they released diagonal building with 1.0. Being able to rotate the voxels, I highly doubt it, but yeah. I have no idea what's going on, Poison. This build, yeah, it'll, you know, when you get into the game and you realize how all the little blocks and pieces, like we are placing blocks right now at the terrain. It doesn't exactly look like it because they all blend together, which is why you have to rely on your eye and your blueprints to show you where you're building and what the heck is going on, basically. Okay, so let's end it here for now. And then let's start building up from the other side. See what we got here so far. Have I already played Satisfactory? I do have it. I haven't played a whole lot of it though. Another one of those games that I felt like it was very hard to step away from it and come back and still remember what was going on and what I left off on. But it is a cool game. I'll probably get into it again at some point. Zero, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Alright, yeah, what do you guys think? We got one of the little roof pieces. One of these little guys done. This moss one won't have as big of an overhang. I feel like I want to kind of point it out at the top. I'll do a little bit of refinement work to them for sure. Yeah, this is a bit of an interesting build. Let's just say that. Let's go ahead and go on the other side here and see if I can start building this up. Right there. But yeah, Joe, did you end up doing Satisfactory? You played that? Alright, there we go. That's gone across now. Jump up to here and then start building this up a little bit. Saturday Night Live, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. First time viewer looking to get into Enshrouded. Should you wait till 1.0? Honestly, with it being so close to 1.0, I would, but it's such a good game and there's like no consequences to getting it before 1.0 that if you're wanting to dive in, I've had this world for over 2 years now, this exact world I'm building in now, so there's really nothing wrong with getting it, and you'll get all the new content in your same world with every update and stuff. One of the nice things about Enshrouded. But yeah, I would say with how close it is though, if you're really looking to just dive in and have the best experience, like it could be a complete game already. It's honestly so good. But you could wait till 1.0. It'll be here before you know it. Haven't, but looking at some builds and getting ideas for Factory Enshrouded. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Need to build a normal grid house so you can tell it's a different angle. Right? I do have to build like this. I should build this same house like to the grid as well. You'll do full runs many times, so it won't matter. Yeah, pretty much. If you're looking to start Enshrouded, you know, if you like it as much as I did, you'll probably end up doing multiple playthroughs. You know, I have thousands of hours. It's so freaking good. It's my favorite. It's my favorite game. That I will give the title to Enshrouded. It's good. Alright, I think that's right. Let's see. Yep, one more there. And then up one here. One there, and then go across here. Go in the middle. Okay. Get those ones, and then I just gotta get it into here. Well, essentially, to have to do the same thing on the other side as well. Didn't know how blueprint mechanic, which I would love in Enshrouded. Yeah, and a blueprint mechanic in here would be an amazing thing for sure. And even like an under a rock and stuff. That's it's awesome that they're adding that right off the bat as well. Some sort of progression with 1.0, or is just mostly different overall feel of the game? Heard things are changing. No, it's more of just like they're adding a new biome, they're finishing a bunch of the adventures and quests in the game, not a bunch of them, but like adding to them a lot more, with some of what's called like the hollow halls and things. You know, I won't spoil a ton of it on this stream if you don't want, but yeah, it's getting some nice improvements. You know, it'll just be a very finished, polished experience, which is always good. But Enshrouded is definitely not one of those games that I would look at and be like, oh, it's not complete. Like, it's still missing a lot of stuff, you know? Like, it could be a very complete game as is. It's so good. So, you know, like Valheim needs to be finished. I would say, like, for Valheim, if you're looking to start a playthrough, absolutely wait until 1.0. But Enshrouded, you really could start, and then by the time 1.0 hits, your adventure is not going to be that much different, especially if you tend to play it slowly. You know, it's a solid 50 hours of content or more. If you speed run this game, to complete all the quests and stuff. So, like, by the time you finish what's already in this game, 1.0 is probably going to already be here, you know, and that's like 50 hours if you don't do any building or have fun with that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'd say with Enshrouded, you'd be good to start a playthrough now, but if you want to wait for the final experience, you know, waiting for 1.0 is never a bad idea, so to speak. Yeah, it's a very good game. Very good game in its current state. Been playing Valheim more, but thinking about just making the jump. Looks so dang good. Yeah, Valheim was my main game before Enshrouded. I have pretty equal hours in both of them. And I definitely would put Enshrouded above Valheim for my favorite survival building game. Such a good story. The building is incredible. Really great dev team. You know, it's an awesome game. But Valheim has a very close place in my heart, and it's very solid second place for me. Very nostalgic as well. It was kind of the first survival game I did on PC that wasn't Minecraft, that really got me into the whole like beautiful graphics and story and adventure and building and stuff like that. You know, Valheim still has terraforming. It's nowhere near like Enshrouded, but it has it. And I think, yeah, it's such a good game. So we'll definitely be diving into a lot more Valheim when the release with 1.0 and stuff. But with that one, I am waiting. You know, we're not really playing much Valheim between now and 1.0. We'll be diving in a whole bunch with 1.0 though, to come back into that game, because it's amazing. Buy Enshrouded now because the price may go up. It might. They did say that, and with Valheim they said that as well. So. You all, if anyone here does not have Valheim who's watching, amazing game, and that will be literally taking over the channel for quite a while when it drops into 1.0, so I recommend you get it. I can very solid recommend that game. So, yeah, if any of you don't have it, you're going to want it, because we're going to do a ton of it on the channel, and it will go up in price, most likely, with 1.0. Enshrouded, I don't know, but I know Valheim probably will. They did mention that. But yeah, it's absolutely worth it. You know, go ahead and get it, and then just, you know, Valheim or Enshrouded, just go ahead and get them, and then you'll have it, which will be good. Let's see here. Did I do... Ah, there we go. Okay. Ah! Okay. Man, this is tricky. Did I end up getting the... Okay, I didn't end up getting the middles of these. Maybe I can go out of... Well, first person didn't really help with that. Let's build up some little scaffolding here, because I need to fix something in here. While I'm down here, I may as well just finish this off. There we go. But yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a sale between now and final release of either of these. You know, sometimes there's like fall sales and stuff like that. I haven't really... Valheim has been on crazy sales. I've seen Valheim as low as like $13, I think. Maybe even lower at one point. Enshrouded though, you know, it's kind of been like 10% off here and there, 20% off at most, I think. But it's priced so low that it's not as crazy. I don't know if they'll have fall sales between now and 1.0. I think with the anticipation and the hype and stuff, I'm not really sure if they're gonna have sales or what they're really gonna do with that. So we'll have to see. Oops. Let's see. Let's go with these. Go up with them. There we go. And then fill in between all of this. This is going to be interesting. The top of this roof is definitely going to be that steeper look that we're going for, so I think this is probably good to not have it be too crazy right off the bat. Let's just fill in these. At least I'm assuming this is going to blend nicely when it's done. Let's try this. If I put these on the top, and then blend up to it. Let's see. Oop. And then do some of these here. Yep, this is working. Okay. This ring of light, man, makes this game look like a horror movie sometimes. It gets very dark at night in Enshrouded. At least until the moon comes out. Then it gets a little bit brighter. Let's see. I was thinking a ridge along the top, but I'm not sure how that's going to look. We'll see. Yep, okay. Time to sleep, and then I'll check it out. See what it looks like. Dry Heat, welcome in. PvE Survival Crafting Fest starts August 31st. Hope it's... Oh, it might be on sale then. Very true. Yeah, very, very spooky indeed. Yeah, it very well might be. If it's specifically like Survival Crafting Fest. But that's perfect. That still allows you to get them both before 1.0. They're not going to raise between now and end of August, so you should be good for that. Let's see here. I think... Does that seem okay? I think that's okay. Let's go ahead and turn back on our small foliage. Hey... Yeah, that kind of works. It does look funky, you know? Not gonna lie, it looks funky. It's like, it's hard to get it all to match up and look smooth when it's at an angle, but we kind of got it. And it does blend in. That works. Looks fantastic, heck yeah. I appreciate it. I think it is looking good. Got the full edge on it there. Oh yeah, and Enshrouded, unlike Valheim, is pretty chill because Valheim actually does have base raids and stuff by default. You can turn them off, but Enshrouded, no base raids or anything, you know. We don't run into a single mob anywhere around the forest village. So it can be very cozy and chill if you're, you know, building and stuff like that. As if you could do a bad build. Should that be our next challenge? Fall asleep while I build the worst build possible in Enshrouded. Challenge. It would be a challenge for myself to go outside of my perfectionism and purposely try to do something really bad. Now we just got to touch up the ends because that does need some work. But I think this worked. I think it worked out. So let's see. Let me build myself a little platform to stand on that's like a little bit more up here. And then, let's see, I kind of want to like come out and over some of this stuff. Let's see. Nope, maybe not this one. It's gonna look a little messy, but that's okay. Especially on like a small scale like this. It's a little bit hard to sort of get it right, but I think we got it. I think that's gonna be, I'm gonna call that good for the most part. I think that did it. I just wanted a little bit of like a moss overlap here. Not at the very top at that section, maybe. A little something up here. So I do kind of want like a nice little overhang at the very peak. What do I do for the other point? Because I might want to delete the. Yeah, for this one I didn't really do the. Okay, let's see. This one I didn't have as sharp as. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that for this peak as well. Okay. Try to get back up there. Technically patrolling mobs at night. Yeah, if your build is on an existing roadway, this is true. But they won't ever destroy your base. The worst they can do is yeah, they could get you if you walk outside of your base. Alright, so yeah, I am gonna destroy this very top little ridge. I don't like the way that looks compared to the rest of things. I think this is just a bit cleaner. Yeah, that's nice. Got a little bit of like an overlap point, which I want to do on that other roof peak as well, but I think that's good. Have a diagonal part on the round tower as part of your castle. Oh, nice. Yeah, how did you find building all of that? Did it work out well for you? See, I think that's gonna be good. Let's start on this side. Do, 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 do. It worked well? Heck yeah. Oh, that's good. It is challenging in this game. I think it's just challenging, especially with the terrain, to keep track of like where I've placed stuff. And where I haven't, just to like know like, oh, I gotta like place angles up on here. And I'm definitely getting used to it, but it's not the easiest, and especially in like high contrast lighting like this, it can become pretty hard to sort of know where I've put some stuff. Use Affinity Designer 2 to get the round shape. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I've done like the circle calculators. That's kind of how we built the blacksmith hut and the whatchamacallit, the blacksmith hut, the alchemist hut hanging from the tree up there with the circles. So those have worked out well. Haven't really used like the three-dimensional shape calculators though for things, but there are. You definitely can for using the 3D shapes and stuff. Let's see. These filled in. Okay. Same thing, yeah. Same thing, you just raising it. Or yeah, like if you're doing like a domed roof or something, I bet that would be challenging and also really cool, but I feel like there are like shape generators and stuff for domed roofs or things like that. We might use those for creating like a custom tree. But I'd have to see. I'd have to see if I'd do that. Find your builds in the game itself. Only come across the gloomy temple with the skeletons. Yes, all my builds are on my channel as videos. So if you check it out, everything related to this village is in the Forest Village playlist. And then I have a lot of other individual build videos of tons of different houses in Enshrouded and other games as well. But yeah, that's only one of my builds. I've had, I don't know how many build videos I've done for Enshrouded. It's a lot at this point, though. I do have quite a few builds. Yeah, what I am thinking for future playthroughs of things, you know, I do think doing live is kind of fun depending on the format, and then doing video format when it comes to some of the builds can be nice. Unless it's really complex builds, kind of like this build is, you know. This would be a hard one to structure into a video. I could, but it's not gonna be easy. Moat took forever. He flattened the entire area. As many as Bob Ross paintings. Hey, maybe not quite that many. Not quite that many. Let's see, did that get into the... Okay, yeah, I think so. Yep. I just gotta go across here. It's all in shadow like that, man. It's hard to see. Let's see. It's this side, that side. Okay. And then we can come in with it. And one more there. Perfect. Spouse and I have watched all your videos, really enjoyed them. We love walkthroughs of your works. Yeah! Of our on foot to examine them in detail. Heck yeah. I would be happy to, and things that are finished have the full, like, walkthrough at the end of the videos. But with this forest village, because it's not really done, I mean, I'll probably call it more or less done after this house is complete with a few touch-ups. I'll do a full tour of this on the channel. I'll do a full tour video of the tavern and the mill on the channel, a full tour of the shipwreck from Windrose on the channel. So there's a lot of builds that that we have done on streams that I haven't done tour videos of just yet. So when they're finished, all of those will get their own little videos, even if it's like a little 10-minute thing, just to do a full walkthrough of the finished build, for sure. So yeah, we do have some of them that we got to do some walkthroughs of. Yeah, that'll be between now and then. I'll do a tour of the shipwreck, get the interior done on that. And I don't know if Poison's still watching, but Poison can come on and do some interior for the shipwreck, you know. Hey, Poison's still on. Yep. I'm gonna, you know, have you back on. Do some shipwreck interior. Be happy to. Heck yeah. You're gonna be the Windrose Clutter Queen. I gotta do that too. We gotta do Clutter Queen T-shirts. Finish this off, and then we're going to also. Let's see, bring this out a little bit and do the same thing on the other side as well before I meet them in the center. Maybe something like that. Yeah, something like that. That works. Okay. Now we go down on this side to do something similar. Yeah, what do you guys like best in terms of things like playthroughs as streams or playthroughs as videos? Because I have done a lot of both on the channel, and I'm curious if anybody has preferences. I'm thinking like playthroughs from now on, even if new games come out and stuff. Maybe I do like the first video or the first episode as like a video, just as like a hey, we're checking out a new game kind of a thing, off to like a structured start, right? But then maybe we do the rest of them as streams. Here for both? You like both? Like a mix of both? Alright. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you guys do like both. Yeah, so like maybe starting them off as some videos. It's easy to follow along with, easy to sort of like grasp the new game, know what it's about, stuff like that. And then you sort of continue the thing as streams. That's kind of what I did for Windrose a bit. I did the first, I did a good chunk of them as videos first for Windrose, before I switched to streams. But both are nice, but a stream is nice to ask questions. Yeah, yeah. Like everything you post. And Alpha, welcome in. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, but I'm thinking, because sometimes playthroughs, especially when it's like blind playthroughs, stuff like that, we don't know what's like going on and things like that. We could figure out things together, go on quests and all that kind of stuff. You guys can play along as you're watching the streams, which is why I've started doing some more streams as playthroughs. I think initially when I started the channel, it was better to have videos as playthroughs because they did better for like search and stuff, right? When I was still kind of smaller. But we're having a lot of people that show up on some of the live streams, especially for new games, and so from like a time perspective and whatnot, live streams are actually like worth it for me at this point to be able to do, to be able to do them more. And to actually do playthroughs as lives and stuff. It's sometimes they'll even end up getting more views than the videos just because I think people like that social aspect to them. And even watching the VODs of them afterward, some people enjoy that. Because I've got the chat obviously on the screen and stuff, the replays, and so people enjoy other people asking questions, you know, stuff like that. These games can be very detailed. Yeah, definitely. Like your videos when I'm actually watching, like your streams to play in the background when you're doing other things. Both are good. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Sorry, I'm late. Had lots of yard work to do. Got stung by 3 bees cleaning the shed. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, hopefully you're not allergic or nothing, and that sounds crazy. Hopefully the yard work went okay. Yeah, Alpha, that's crazy. Getting live reactions is fun. Yeah, and hanging out, for sure. For sure. Even other people in chat can answer questions. Totally. Totally. Live streams in my time are usually when I'm at work, so can't usually join live. I like the VODs. Heck yeah. No, that's good feedback. I'm changing I'm gonna announce this new schedule on YouTube here soon, but I have been changing my schedule to do more that are at this time, 2 times a week, and then Saturdays will be like my earlier time, so that it'll be on the weekend. People can join, and some, you know, the European audience can join and stuff like that as well. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. Is I've been realizing like these more evening streams are probably better for a lot of people, especially in the U.S. and Australia. And then I can always do like a morning stream, but I do want to get a consistent schedule going, because that is something where I've lacked a lot on YouTube and Twitch, you know, and stuff in general. Just when it comes to like a streaming schedule. If I had a consistent schedule and you guys knew every time I'd be live, I think we'd have a lot more people showing up, and you guys would get used to when I'm live, instead of what I've been doing of just like, I'll stream when I feel like it, or switch up the schedule a bit, or things like that, right? Been liking this time? Heck yeah. Yeah, so this will actually start becoming like the newer time for weekday streams. Because I just wanted to test out different times. It's been a lot of like trial and error, I guess, over the years of like, what times seem to be best. Mornings worked pretty well, and there's a little less competition on as well, so that I could get a few more viewers when I was first starting out. But nowadays, it seems like it's the same amount of people that join, whether it's an evening stream or a morning stream. And so I'm thinking, as a fun way to just wind down the day and have something consistent, that way I can get things done during the day, whether it's other videos for this channel or my other channel as I start that up again. And then just have more of a consistent schedule, but then still having like a weekend stream in the midday on Saturday, I feel like would be the best time for... I don't usually do Saturday streams, but I wanted to work that in because I think people in the US could enjoy a midday stream, especially on a Saturday, because like Sunday's like the day for getting ready for the next week, or, you know, relaxing or things, but then Saturday is kind of just like winding down, so I feel like that could work well. And then it also could have some people from Europe join on the Saturday ones. Ustinu, thanks for the gold coin. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Repeated exposure to bee venom through multiple stings can lead to allergic reaction. Oh, yeah, I mean, repeated exposure to some things for sure, over and over, can you know, lead to bad things. Having a schedule and make it easier to watch live, or at least catch parts of it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, statistically speaking, having a schedule would probably see like a 50% increase in viewers after the first like 3 weeks. So we're going to stream this schedule for the next 3 weeks, and we're going to see what happens. See if people get used to it. I think that's the big thing, is that people have plans, you know, or they'll just sort of know when I'm live, you know. I see other like big streamers and stuff, and it's like their chat will be waiting for them. They'll know if they're late, right? Stuff like that. It's like, you guys will have to, you know, you'll hold me accountable too. I'll feel the pressure if I miss a day, right? But yeah, I think that's just it. Is like, if I want people to show up, if I want to keep growing, like, I got to show up as well and have that consistency. And that's an area where I definitely would like to improve more with streaming. It's something that I just haven't focused on as much as I probably should. I think only 2 hours ahead of you, Canada. Okay, Saturday streams would be awesome, like the evening ones during the week, because I can only join after work. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. Got stung by a wasp on your lip once. Oh gosh. Yeah, that wouldn't be so good. Sometimes have incredible immunity. Gratefully, yeah, that's good, Alpha. And heck yeah, poison from British Columbia. Heck yeah. Canada is beautiful. There's some nice areas. Yeah, this works. You know, most of my viewership is from like, you know, the highest percentage is from the US. And so when it does come down to it, I actually do have a pretty big percentage from Germany. But when it comes down to it, most of them are from the US. And so I think catering my schedule to that, especially now that we're a little bigger and I don't have to worry about like odd times to stream to be different from other streamers, you know, as a small streamer, that is something to think about. Like if anyone here is looking into getting like into streaming and stuff, I think having a schedule that is different from people around you, from other streamers and stuff, is important when you're starting. You know, some streamers will even go out of their way to like stream at like 2 a.m. other people's time to catch like places that are like, you know, to have like India be the biggest audience or something at first, right? Or like, you know, big population areas in the world where there's just less creators, because especially in the US we have this oversaturation of a lot of creators but less people to watch. And so I do think there's a bit of strategy to designing a stream schedule if you're looking to grow getting started around odd times, and that's kind of what I did starting out. But at this point, I don't really have to worry about that as much anymore. Oh, you're born in Alberta, nice, Poison. Born in BC, oh heck yeah. Small town. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. Got some Canadians in here. Some people say that I sound Canadian. I don't know what a Canadian accent really is like. I don't know why I sound that, but I do get a lot of people sometimes in chat saying that they thought I was from Canada. And I can't point it out, but maybe you guys could tell me why I think I sound like I'm from Canada. Live in Michigan in the US. Heck yeah, Alpha. Got the lakes up there. Alright, this is starting to work really nicely here. I'm going to take my little scaffolding pieces and let's see here. Let's go do a little bit of an overlap if I can in spaces, but yeah. Oh, I'm kind of trying. We're good at working at some point here to make it look decent. All right, good enough. Just a little mossy overlap on the roof. That should do it. Get told you sound American, because no accent. But I live close to Washington State, to be fair. Oh, okay. Do you cross the border a lot? Michigan is lake life, fun as hell. Oh, I bet. If you do like jet skiing or boating or lake activities and stuff a lot there, then Alpha. Yeah, I would love to be like by some. That's the thing we don't have at all in Colorado where I am. We do not have water whatsoever. The biggest body of water is like man-made reservoirs for like city water. It's very dry, and so that is a downside to this area. Is I do enjoy visiting lakes and stuff when I get the chance to, you know, heading back east and things like that, just to have a good time. Now we gotta put our little cross sections in here. Stereotypical Canadian accent is, oh, from Newfoundland. You sound exactly like that. Everyone in Ontario to you? So maybe that's why, yeah, that's weird. I gotta like listen to it if like, yeah, I don't know what it is about it though. Like I I don't know if I could purposely not do it or, yeah, because I genuinely like have not traveled to Canada much, or like I don't know people much from, well, I know people from there, but like I don't talk to people from Canada constantly, so I'm not listening to like the accent, you know. That's interesting. Oh boy, I think I got stuck up here. Crouch, there we go. I love that the crouch hitboxes are different from the update. That is so cool. Okay, and then we can just kind of do a little bit of ooh, wait. I wanted to do like that and then there maybe? Okay. Well, we'll try it and then up here. This is tricky. I'm trying to get this to all line up here. We don't really want that in the way. And then I kind of wanted to have a little window here. It'll be small, something like that. And then I gotta go on the outside and kind of fill it in from the bottom up, I think. And then maybe like that and that. Yeah, that could work. All of it water skiing too? Oh man, that's awesome. Heck yeah. The rest of Canada can't understand what they're not saying either. what they're saying either yet. To this day, America can hear my Canadian accent every time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about. I mean, yeah. Wonder why. I feel like, I don't know. Do, you know, to the people in Canada in the chat, do a lot of Americans sound Canadian? To where, like, maybe it's not really, like, a defined accent and more of just, like, or is it, like, do a lot of Americans not really sound like me? Like, what? Yeah, I'm curious. Let's see, let's bring that up. Nice. And we have our little roof end there, I guess. That'll work. Okay. It's northern states, close to the border sometimes. American that has lived in Canada for the last 18 years. Gotcha. Yeah, Twiggle. Generally don't hear much of a difference, but I'm on the West Coast. We all kind of sound the same. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. Okay, now we just have to kind of continue up on the sides. Okay, and then up here. Good, and then same thing over here. Perfect, and I think, yeah, that's one of them, so we want to go here, there, and then there. This is where you can go into first person. I think that's about right. Looks good. Okay. Maybe one shorter here. There we go. Now we've got our little windows. And then those are just gonna have to, yeah, I'll put like the little iron windows in there if we can. Yep. They think you're from California because you say like a lot. Apparently that's a thing there. I don't know, honestly. I was born there. But I feel like a lot of US people say like a lot. It's our bad habit. We you know, like and they always tell you. Something I learned even for like YouTube, even for like YouTube. You see, it's everywhere. I say it constantly too. I think everybody does. It's something we have to learn to be more articulate when we talk, so that, you know, videos can be a little more punctual and stuff. They say like stop saying like or you know or things like that. And instead just pause for silence in between until you learn how to flow your speech better. It's a global English speaker thing. Yes, exactly. Went to England recently. A lot of people we met said they assumed I was American. Oh, guess you sound the same in some parts. Okay, so like Canada, America sounds similar. Canadian YouTube channels and stuff, I do feel like some of them sounds very similar, so yeah. Just a rambler, cannot control the words coming out of your mouth. Hey, that's, you know, nothing wrong with that. As a lifetime California resident, we like don't say like a lot, like, you know. Yep. Yeah, it's just I think it's a general US thing. Some people I do know like say it way more than others. It does depend. Alright, you guys, we have the roof. We have the roof. Yay. What I do now, I'm thinking that this back wall and those side walls, those turned out really good with the windows and stuff there. I was thinking maybe I could try to do something similar for the walls on the edges of these parts. Because I was thinking of doing like enclosed walls, but maybe I should just do some poles or something. I don't know. Looks like fantastic and stuff. Bill is looking really good. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Really good, eh? It is looking nice. I'm gonna go ahead and turn all the textures back on. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on max quality. Get all the foliage on again. Yeah, this is looking nice. Let me go get some the windows and also put some of this bark away. Now you want tater tots? From the 1980s. Y'all know I'm too youngin' for any of that. I'm the tiny one of everybody. Put all this terrain back because we got a lot of wood here, so I don't need that many. Yeah, it looks good with the foliage back on. It does. It's always nice to turn it on and then see how everything looks again. I know I had a lot of windows in one of these chests, and I need to find it's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Here we go. Let me bring these into the world. Chip's birth year starts with a 2. He's not one of ye old folks from the 1900s. Yes. Don't really hear a difference. Okay, when you're speaking Poison, only time I feel like you speak differently is when things are typed out. Like color or color. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, Borg's making everybody hungry. It is funny. Some people Some people think I can pass for like mid-30s. I probably could. I could probably tell you guys I'm from the 1900s and nobody would know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. Alright, I need to like get this thing on the... How do I do the fine-tune rotation again? R and the right mouse button. Okay. And then I want to sink it down for maybe 5 clicks. And then we're just free placing it. Uh-oh. We're free placing it. Could I even use snapping on here? No, I'm not even gonna try that. Okay. Putting one over here. Good. There we go. We've got our windows. Yep, Borg made us all hungry. Out of curiosity, what's the highest number of concurrent viewers you've had on a live stream? Didn't mean to add a like there. That's why I skipped it. I think it was around across all platforms, YouTube and Twitch at the time. I do stream to Kick now, but I don't have many viewers there because Kick is really non-discoverable platform. I just figured I may as well if I can. Yo, let me do a shout out. We just got a raid on Twitch. Let's see here. Let's see here. Faye, Waddle, Widely Flora. Okay. Faye W. How do you want me to say? You know, I'll call you Flora. I really appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Wild. I'll call you Wild or Flora. Faye Wild Flora. I'll get it one of these days. Let me give you a shout out. I really appreciate your raiding. Thank you so much. Are there Faye or Flora works? Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. I really appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. What were you guys streaming? You having fun, hopefully. Yeah, to answer your question, Sonic Bloom. I think about 2,000 viewers across YouTube and Twitch. That was when a big Enshrouded update came out, and I was yeah, we were doing an update stream. It was one of the first ones on, and I had like 1.4K on Twitch because there were drops. Drops on Twitch always brings a lot of viewers. And so I had like that, 1.4K on Twitch from the drops, and then I had another like 500 or 600 on YouTube for that stream. So yeah, that I think was the biggest one I've ever had, which was really cool. That was where if we had those streams every day, that's where I'd have to like hire some moderators for the chat and things. That's where chat was going by so fast I couldn't read, half the messages. Because I love to read the chat. I love to interact with you guys. Doing some Enshrouded. Just started renovating Fort Kelvin. Oh heck yeah! I gotta go check that out. How's the stream going? It's going great so far. It's going great. I am working on the diagonal house. Let me show you guys from the outside how it's looking. We just finished the roof. It's another moss roof. But yeah, it's at an angle. So at 45 degrees, instead of being snapped to the grid, and we actually did it. So it's a lot of people. Yeah, it was a lot. It was awesome. So yeah. A 45 degree house. You can see the one above it is snapped at the voxel angle, but we've been doing a challenge for ourselves to try to create a 45 degree house in the forest village. So it's coming along. It's stunning. I appreciate it. Curved roof is amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. When you free place, lose your mind, Chip? Yeah, I know, right? We had to free place there. You adore the Black Mire. It's such a cozy biome. I love it. The music, the ambience, the trees. It's got a lot of cool stuff. So this was just a pre-existing location, and yeah, we took it and started doing some cool stuff with it. Building all kinds of random structures, tree houses, and I love forest builds in this game, if you couldn't tell. So all of the builds in this little village have the moss roof, and they're all, you know, angled. Even the barn and stuff. But yeah, I love doing the terrain, love building with terrain, so we have a lot of moss roofs and things with the village. This is not on the exploration uploads yet. It might be once I'm finished. We'll see. Currently, though, if you do want to explore it in its current state, it's available to download for all bronze members on YouTube or Patreon. If you're a bronze member and then connect your either Patreon or YouTube with Discord, and then you can access all the downloads for builds in this game and all the other games I've done builds in. So it's there currently, but I might upload it to the exploration, you know, adventure sharing eventually, once it's done. Yeah, good question. Ever since I was told it here when I say, yeah, poison. Yeah, this was a cool spot, and it didn't get ruined by the updates. Like we've been working on this build now for like 8 months, kind of on and off. So it's been here. It's great. 3D, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Do a lot of forest builds as well. Also have treehouse in our shared server. It's so fun. Heck yeah, that's awesome. No, I love them in this game. I think it does it so well. It's just such a good game for terraforming and for super cozy foresty builds, and so I like to do lots of them. And we just picked an existing tree to do a lot of builds in. This is the little alchemist hut from here. Nice little hanging house. You can see the tree house there. If let's see, can I go on? Maybe I can go into like first person with the hammer. Yeah, get a better view of the tree house. That's sitting up there. So got a few cool little houses, and some of them are bigger than they look initially on the outside, but yeah, it's been fun. It's kind of practice for an end game base. Like eventually I want to do, when 1.0 comes out, I want to build my own tree from scratch, entirely from scratch, and do like a full-on elven forest village. So this whole project here has been kind of like practice for some sort of base that I might do when 1.0 comes out. So I've just been doing all kinds of different experimenting, you know, doing rounded buildings, the hanging treehouse from the chain, normal treehouse, the big tavern, which I still got to do a tour video of and stuff, the barn, all kinds of cool stuff here. Marilyn, welcome in. Building your first house. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Did you just get the game then not too long ago? In love with the hanging homes? Yeah. I want to do a lot more of those, like if I build a tree from scratch and stuff. I would love to do some more like little ones. I want to build like a windy tree. Like I built it in Hightail. If any of you watched my Hightail stream where we built the giant tree from scratch, I want to do that again. But with Enshrouded, I want to do a ton of hanging builds on like a super windy fantasy tree. I think that'd be super cool. You have Wi-Fi now, Alpha. Love to play Windrose with you and show you my builds in Enshrouded someday. Heck yeah, that'd be super cool. I would love to. Yeah, I do need to do some tours. Yeah, DM me on Discord. And hey, Joe, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, DM me on Discord. Just mention you're interested. I've got I think Mygrinch or whatever was his YouTube or Twitch. The person that built Hogwarts. We're gonna tour that as well, and yeah, doing a few build tours between now and 1.0. I definitely, yeah, we gotta plan some of those. Have you played Sims or Paralyze? Could do building in those. Yeah, Sims, I tried a little bit. It's fun. I don't know, I just like the fantasy vibe and some of the vibe of the building in these games. Time is only so limited, and sometimes when I just land on good building games, it's hard to go back, so to speak, even though they're all kind of different. But between this one and Enshrouded, or yeah, this is Enshrouded. This one, Valheim, and Windrose. I have my work cut out for me, and it's a lot of fun. Let's see, let's destroy that, put that there. I'm just trying to clean up what I've done here a little bit, because we have a bit of a, let's see here, let's do B1 right there, and then on the underside here, I feel like I just want to kind of clean this up a little bit. Maybe like that. That's pretty good. Okay, let's try to do something similar on this side. If I sort of come down with something from the top there. This side was already done a little bit better, but I don't know if they're gonna be perfectly exact. I think these ones were slightly taller, if I wanna say that. I don't know. Well, let's see. We kind of just had these two that met in a point. Something along those lines. I just wanted to clean up the transition here. Enshrouded's enough to keep you busy? Yeah, so much. Enshrouded has ruined me for most building games. Yeah. It's so amazing. Yeah, Enshrouded's everything you've ever wanted in a game and more. It really is. It really is great. Yeah. And Rachel, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, welcome everyone new who's joining and stuff. We do lots of cozy building games on the channel. Some variety streaming these days, kind of depends, but yeah. Waiting on 1.0 for Enshrouded, Valheim, and Windrose, the next big Windrose update. Those are the three main ones we've done on the channel recently. I'd love to see more builds with tours in Enshrouded. Love, yeah, to do those. Okay, I'll definitely get some people on for some tours. Yeah. Didn't know how they built Hogwarts. Is crazy. Yeah. Well, I gotta log in and see if it even loads. And see if it because we gotta make sure it even works. That's gonna be an interesting build to check out. That's for sure. Let's see, what did I do here that I didn't do on the other one? I feel like, how many spaces are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? What's in between here? We got, I feel like I had these one. Oh, those came out as well. I feel like I did have like a thing there. Yeah. Just trying to make them look a little more even. That's what I had on this side. Okay, that looks a little nicer. There we go. Now it's kind of similar on both the sides. This one here, I feel like had... Okay, so it kind of came up and then up again. Maybe it had like two, like... No, it wasn't quite like that. Yeah, it's good enough, I think. I just wanted to clean them up a little bit to make it look nice. And the pattern on the inside doesn't look too bad. It's kind of nice. Still don't have Enshrouded yet, Joe. If you ever do anything noteworthy, would you ever want to join off camera and play sometime? I don't know how much time I'll have to be able to do something like that, but I do have like a looking for group channel in Discord. If anyone wants to try and find friends to play with and stuff. And yeah, and I might be able to do some of that, because every now and then I look for some people to play with. I'd highly recommend Enshrouded though, and it's great solo experience as well. It's not bad. Yeah. Haven't played Enshrouded yet a ton. He asked me about his shipwrecked help deck on that. Yeah, every now and then you might get called in to help with some decoration or something, you know? After 1.0, you're gonna get Enshrouded more. Yeah, maybe Poison and Joe could play some Enshrouded too. But yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people will get into it with 1.0. Yeah, Poison's windrow stuff is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Life just got busy. There's more for the chip tour at some point, though. Yeah, we got to do an updated tour of your build. You showed me a little bit of it, like another little updated preview at one point, and yeah, that was cool, and I'd love to see it again. You know, something I'm thinking for this attic, it kind of looks as if it's in a tree, and it's kind of interesting. I was almost thinking, what if I almost took some wood, just the terrain material, and what if we almost created our own little, like, roots? You know? Like, coming into the attic, as if it's, like, I don't know, and then even some, like, foliage or something. I could almost, like, put some of this wood, like, up and in, and, like, wind it, almost, like, build upon this imperfect vibe. And then, you know, we could take some of the foliage and, like, every now and then put, like, a little clump of it, or in some of the corners, do some vines even, like, I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? And we could take this, put some little vines on, pink roses maybe in there. Just to almost, like, make the top, like, this cozy little, like, Zen garden in the attic. The roots look really cool. Yeah, I don't know, I just had that idea, like, looking at this, I'm like, it could be neat to sort of add some like interesting vibe to this attic area, just with some different like plants, and I don't know. We've got a little bit of stuff here. So first I'll just kind of deck out with some of these. Getting so creative here, love it. Hey, I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. Let's roll with this then. I think that'll be nice. I love that we can place these things on the floors now too, to like almost literally create like these little like garden corners and stuff. I love this. Even like some little like leaf patterns, and then yeah, totally just taking like the hammer with the wood on it again, and doing a whole bunch of like the little roots kind of sticking out. Even some like to almost like hug the staircase with as like a little railing even. And we could blend it into the wall a little bit there. Yeah, I don't know. Something fun like that. Come out a little bit there. Maybe. Just to kind of make it look like it's blending down in. Yeah, I love the look of the roots inside. You also have a cousin named Ben? Heck yeah, Joe. The foliage and the roots kind of disguise the 45-degree style. Yeah, it looks nice and organic. That's kind of what I was thinking, based on the look of it. We sort of have this organic feel going on the inside, and that's what I don't know, it's almost what I was thinking of doing. And then, you know, we could have like just some like random little vines and pieces, and I don't know, interesting little bits and stuff hanging from the ceilings, underwater growth in some of the corners for nighttime. I think that could look cool. And we could do a bunch of like hanging plants and other interesting things in here as well. Where did I have the foliage? I wanted some foliage. I thought I had a bunch of foliage in here. I have moss? No way. Do I have to go like to the resource world to get me some foliage? Might have to. No way. I thought I had more than I do. Okay, well, we can make a stop and get some foliage. I'm gonna go do that. Jaheim, welcome in. No foliage, I know, right? Let's go to the mall. 3D's here. Join DD's mall. There we go. I want to try to get used to this, especially for 1.0, especially if they don't add creative mode. Enshrouded building's really S tier. Yeah, it's awesome. It is so good. Makes me want to play Enshrouded, but the CPU is going to out on your laptop. Oh, it can't handle it anymore. Oh no. Yeah, the CPU, thankfully it's not too bad on CPU. It's more like a GPU intensive game. Yeah, excited for the tree from scratch build. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. We can like fully customize it to everything we want. Okay, so seeds, cookware, potions, material, furniture, tools. Let's see here. Rich elements, decoratory music, weapons. Yeah, tree from scratch, it will be hard work. But, okay, material halls. This is, yeah, north, okay, yep, looks like we're right. Okay, so, foliage, we're gonna want like A through M. Oh, building materials? Is it gonna be more like in here? Oh, yeah, okay. Because it's like, yeah. Let's see here, foliage. I do love the organization. Nice job on this 3D. This is a fantastic build. All right, I'll just bring in a bunch of this. Yeah, just have to figure out the building on it first. Probably be a box. Hey, that's okay, Poison. You got to get used to it someday, right? Writing and running. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you so much, Flora. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Glad you had a good stream. I'll have to come check out the this build you're doing. Sounds cool. And thank you so much for the raid. Yeah, this room just got a lot bigger. Oh, right. Visited the mall the other day. Place is nuts. Yeah. No, 3D has done an awesome job, and it's gonna be all updated and ready for the next biome and stuff too. So crazy cool. Just watch some Chiselchip tutorials. You'll be all right. There you go. We do have plenty. We do have plenty of stuff on the channel. There we go. Now we got foliage. Yeah, we got some foliage. This is good. Even kind of like creep up the side and almost do like a little like, yeah, a little cool little like S shape that almost goes like up into the roof here. And then maybe some more roots on the side here. But this is the kind of stuff, you guys, when we build a tree from scratch and do our like official forest village build with 1.0, this is the kind of thing that we're gonna go nuts on. I wanna have it look super organic and like natural, and we can just go all out because I'm building it from scratch. I wanna try to do like super cozy rooms within trees and stuff like that. I think that would look awesome. When is 1.0 coming out? That is October 15th. That is the official Bob Moss, yes. That is the official release date from what they said. Remember when you had a crappy GPU and the foliage was so ugly? This is true, yeah. When it's turned up to high settings, and they have updated its textures a lot since it first came out too. It's like it's very fluffy right now, which is super cool to see. It didn't used to be quite as crazy with that. Yeah, this is awesome. Feel like I can kind of like do some little flowers around the stairs maybe. Yeah. Well, this is kind of cool. And then we could just have some super cute little hangout areas up in here, stuff like that. Alright, let's build another little root kind of hanging from the ceiling here. Comes down and then... Ooh, you know, this could be kind of cool actually. I want it to come down, and then I want it to like spread out here a little. Well, I don't want that quite that far. I want it to kind of come out and around a little bit. Okay, that should work. And then to kind of come like around like that, so you've got almost like the little railing for the stairs, and then I could even like come out this way a little bit with it, come down, and then out. Yeah, I don't know, that's a little bit bulky, so I'm gonna remove some of the base texture here. I kind of want it to like float a little bit there. That looks kind of cool. Maybe remove this piece. Yeah, maybe. And then a little bit of the foliage maybe on the top section. I can blend it in a little bit. Love it. Heck yeah. All right, let's go for that, for the look of this attic. Since it's already very natural, chaotic, crazy, could even put some little glowing stuff along the ceiling to create sort of like a... Ooh, that could be kind of cool. Similar to how I did the starlight block in my other build. You guys remember that? We could do like a little bit of this glowing stuff along the roof ridge to sort of give it... Oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh, that's really cool. Wait, I need some of the blue luminous growth maybe too. Just gotta go all out with like some of the crystal glowing look in here. I don't think we really had like a yellow terrain, but definitely gotta do some of this, yeah. Sort of just have this like greenish, like fairy garden look up here. This guy, lol. Don't think I've heard you mention what this building will be. It's gonna be kind of like a farmer's market, is my intention. So it'll have like a cozy little spot up top, and then it'll probably be for the farmer assistant, because his current house is not that bougie. He could use a better spot to be. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of the farmer's assistant house. And then this bottom level is going to be like little market stalls with food, to where it's going to be this very indoor, outdoor, very open feel with the full like wraparound deck here and stuff. Yeah, so that you can go from the farms, have the little market area here, something along those lines. Watch you build the bowling alleys Enshrouded. That's true. That was a cool build. Those turned out pretty well. Have you heard of the software Blender? Yeah, absolutely. Blender is great. I've dabbled in it a tiny bit, not much though. The aesthetic so far is perfect for that. Yeah, I think that works out amazing. Okay, it's nighttime now as well. I want to see how this attic looks with the, let's see, flip slot one, without my ring of light. Just pure dark. It's very dark. Oh. That's cool. It's a little spooky, but like when we get some candles in it, then you can look out at the waterfall here with the view where it glows there with the little hobbit holes. And then, yes. And then I just got to get some little candles in here. And that'll be the perfect vibe, I think, for this upper level. Yeah, that's going to be good. Bougie birdhouse. Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, if we did so much of it with terrain, like this is kind of the style. Yeah, I love that glow. Yeah, this is kind of the style I think that I want to go for like our official forest houses. Like when we do like the 1.0 mega base in a custom tree, I might honestly use a lot of terrain in the builds, just because of how like natural and cool it looks. Like it's really nice. And yeah, if we equip our ring of light just to give some of that orange glow in here as well, which this will be like how it is with the candles, you know, a little bit of that, and I could even do a little bit more of some of the blue in here in certain places, a little bit more of the green as well, especially kind of coming down from the ceiling. Some more like little grasses. Yeah, this is kind of nice. Let's see here. Maybe some flower soil. That never looks bad. And then a little bit of foliage just to, or actually with the foliage tool, I will use this to border that off a little bit there. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait for Enshrouded 1.0. I know, it's gonna be so cool. Working with nature is the way to go. Yeah, in this game, it absolutely is. I mean, just this alone, like, we didn't even decorate the interior of this build. This is just a little bit of messing around with the current, like, yeah, with the current terrain. Just a little bit of that, and it already is, like, looking quite nice. And then imagine, like, little benches, little, like, yeah. It's going to be very, very cozy, and I think this is the kind of vibe I want to go with. This is the kind of thing I never knew it would look this cool, to, like, bring the nature inside a bit. I could totally imagine the rest of the houses in the forest village having this effect, and just kind of going with, like, some walls, having them be the terrain instead of normal blocks, you know? We had to do that. Well, we didn't have to do that for this wall. We could have done it the same way we did this inside wall with the cutting boards. We did all of these walls with cutting boards because it created a flat diagonal wall. So we learned a lot with this build. And then the upper walls we did with terrain because it looks a little smoother than blocks to create a wall. Enshrouded building could be a game on its own. Yeah. Yeah, it absolutely could. And that's part of what I like about it. Part of what I like about building games in general is even when you finish the game's content, you know, even when the quest is done and stuff, you can keep building for a long time. You should hire you to design an area of the map. Hey, I'd love to. Like I said, I would love to, like, do like a little remodel of Blackmire if they ever wanted to, like, design some new trees for it or something. Or put water in Blackmire, incorporate some water with some nice, like, waterfalls and jungle temple vibes, and almost blend a little bit of the water biome into Blackmire. I feel like just making it like this ultimate thick jungle, this, like, ancient jungle, is sort of what I'd have in mind for it. That could be kind of cool. I wouldn't go crazy with builds in the game, purely because of the fact that you want to leave, like, when designing a game, you want to leave room for the player, right? So, you know, if there were structures like this, like if this whole forest village was some location that you come across in the game, I don't think that would be the best, because you want to leave room for the player to be creative, and it's like, well, the player could just move in here and they wouldn't really feel like building their own stuff, right? So there is an aspect to that, to where some builds could be amazing, but when you're designing a game, you do intentionally have some of the structures be a bit bland, so that way players can renovate existing structures. They can, you know, they'll have more of an incentive to go and build their own thing and be creative. But I do think when it comes to the environmental design, that's where you really could go crazy. You know, that's where I'd love to do some work in Blackmire. You know, if that was a thing. That's what I want to do too. Easier than than clipping farming beds. Yeah. Yep. Missed that stream. The whole wall is cutting boards. Yep. I do still have it up. I do have all the VODs up for these streams. I'll keep them up on YouTube. Yeah, anyone watching on Twitch as well. I have all these streams on YouTube in the Forest Village playlist. So you can go back if you just want Chiselchip content to binge for probably like a year straight. You watch the whole playlist, like, beginning to end, and you've got, yeah, we did do streams of doing the cutting board wall. I could sleep, you guys can see in the day. I just wanted to show you at night just to see how that lighting was looking in the attic area there. But yeah, it's a good point. A lot of people love renovating existing areas. Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate you, Alf. I'm glad you like the builds. Love to get the willow trees to grow on our own. Yeah, so that is confirmed. I did not have to sign an NDA to tell you that information, so we will be getting willow trees with 1.0 along with the large revelwood trees. So yeah, all of these big trees and willow trees will be in 1.0. According to one of the devs, they told me that at least, unless they forget to add them, in which case I will heckle them about it and I'll get them to add them. The only thing we will not have as of now, I gotta put a lake down here to catch all this water. We actually have like flowing water now down here that I can do something with. Oh, and here's the border of the flame altar. This is now a bigger hill. That's funny. The one thing we won't get in 1.0 now are these mossy trees, which I really hope they add at some point. I will try to heckle the devs about that if they don't add them at some point, even after 1.0 or whatever. I'll just see what they add in 1.0, but they said that they were adding the willow trees and the big revelwood trees, but they didn't mention these ones. And I love those mossy trees. I think they add so much, and I would love to be able to plant them as well. Like, see over here as well, the trees with all the moss hanging off of it. Don't you love that? These are all new from, like, not too long ago. From, the like, a little after the water biome update, they came back and added these into the revelwood and blackmire. And they look very nice. I'd love to be able to do those as well. But yeah, the large revelwood trees and the willow trees are ones that we do not have that we will eventually have for 1.0 according to the devs. Yeah, I know I need a little pond there. Yep. Oh, look at the sun rays. So nice. Yeah, I can dig a pond because they updated the water so that it actually flows from an infinite, not infinite, but like from much farther. Water render distance used to be the worst in this game. So they updated it, and now I actually have water coming out here. I never used to have that because you had to be next to the water source for it to come out. And for those of you that have been following this Forest Village project, you know that the water for this entire village, every single water and waterfall and everything you see is one water source. That was also a fun challenge, just to see what we could do, because I had a lot of players complaining about, oh gosh, the limit of, how many water sources? 50 water sources was way too small. We need way more water sources. So I wanted to prove people that no, you don't need more than 50 water sources, especially for 10 flame altars. If you only get 10 flame altars, 5 sources per altar, assuming you want to do tons of water. This entire forest village is one water source. The entire thing, and it feeds my farms, it feeds all of my waterfalls, all the contraptions, and especially now that they had the update that you don't need to be right next to your water source for it to flow. Like if I back away, you can see my waterfall still goes. It doesn't turn off like it used to. Because of that, you really don't need, 50 is plenty. And I wanted to show people that, so I decided to do this build. Not because I had to, just because I wanted to create the challenge of doing the entire thing from one water source that is up right underneath the tavern, sort of coming like an underground lake or something that comes out of the mountainside and then feeds the whole pond and waterfalls and everything there. So yeah, 50. I think players used to, like, when they're frustrated with water, they'll just spam sources everywhere, and then it's like, no, you don't need to do that. You just gotta plan it right. You gotta use the right materials so that the water doesn't soak in. Things like stone and stuff like that. Yeah, I would love more moss. Yeah. I do love the morning light in this game. It's so nice. Yeah, sunrise and sunset. That is something we don't get as much of in the forest village here because we're like more in the forest. But the location where I want to build for 1.0 is more like up there. It'll have a nicer view, I think. Even still, Keen was like, bet and fix the water. Yeah, exactly, which I love. Yeah, from up here, we're gonna get like beautiful views. I do want to build up a little higher for a 1.0 base somewhere in this region. And the other hill down here that I was debating building on too, like this hill, as far as like a custom base goes. But you can just see all the mossy trees that are planted on this hill. I just love them, and I hope we can create these mossy trees at some point. Those are super cool. Or I'd love to build those for blackmire, like have enlarged versions of these trees. I think those are really nice. I love the models for those. Was it 20 at some point, or am I remembering wrong? No, yeah, the whole village has always been 1, even before the water updates and stuff. We've had to do tiny tweaks with water updates, because they have changed certain things of how it flows and stuff. Not a whole lot, though. But yeah, the whole village from the get-go was always just 1 water source. We debated 2 at one point, especially before they fixed the whole render thing with water. But even then, it wasn't too bad, especially once we filled up the ponds previously. I think the mossy tree is in the mod now. Oh, it's in the yeah. As far as having the code in the game for it, at least, to be able to plant it. Yeah. So excited for your build up in that area. Such great views. Yeah, this will be awesome. I'm thinking, okay, so either here, obviously some of these trees will be removed for the view. But what do you guys think? Here, and these locations might be changed with 1.0, so this is not final, but these are concepts for my favorite locations for where I think I want to do my big tree base. I'm thinking either this hill or the one that's just a little bit higher. And I want your guys' thoughts on that. Like, where do you think would be cool for a level 4 flame altar tree village? This is the one that's a little bit higher. We get kind of the view of this whole area. This one has the view. This one has a beautiful view. And we have that lower one as well that's more like in the forest, but still high up, you know? I wouldn't really be opposed to either. This one definitely has a view, though. The lower one looks like it has more space to build. It does have space. You'd be surprised at how much we can do with the space here, though, because we have all these hills kind of cascading down that I was also thinking of building into. So, I don't think it'll be lacking for space, but it is true. The lower one does have a little bit more there. Wish they would let you do first person more, like all the time. I agree. I think they did such a good job with the first person in the hammer. You know, this is not a bad first person, you know. And then you could just have like the little hands that you could see with like your wand and stuff. I can still jump around. It feels good in first person. I would love for them to just make it a thing, or you could just zoom into your character into first person like scrap mechanic and stuff, right? How many altars do you plan to use? I'm still thinking just 1 altar, even for the endgame base. 1 altar, but at level 4. That's the forest village right now. We have 1 altar, and it's level 4. I don't know, mega builds in this game are just hard, especially when it's foresty type builds, just because of the render distance is really bad. So, something like Hogwarts or like a castle build, you can go pretty big because blocks render in from a little farther away. But this entire village is just 1 level 4 altar, and I'm not even close to filling it out the way that I could. We have so much space. And especially if I place the altar in the tree, like I did with this village, it encompasses such a big area. See, the boundary's all the way out here. You know, this entire backside here we could do stuff with too. Like, it is a lot of space. You guys would be surprised at how much space a level 4 altar is. And it took us this long to fill this place, and it's not even full. Like, you know, I plan to do way more for like an endgame base. We have a lot of space left even, and I don't think I need to go bigger than a level 4, especially if I position it right in the tree to encompass the verticality of it as well, which is what I'm wanting to do. The higher one would have versatility. Yeah, it is more of like that blank canvas, a little up there. Yeah, I can't wait to see what Poison does in Enshrouded. Hope you don't disappoint, Poison. Diagon Alley, that would be a cool build. I have thought about doing like a full Harry Potter, you know, world, or Lord of the Rings themed world in Enshrouded for like servers for the community. Because we could take like, even doing, oh gosh, what's the winter village? Not Hogsmeade? No. The winter village in Enshrouded that's by, or not Enshrouded, Harry Potter. God, it's not even been that long since I watched the whole series again. We could use the same technique we used on the winter cottage here to do like a winter village as well, with the snowy roof and the icicles and stuff. Because I had a fun time with that build, and I think, yeah, doing some sort of Harry Potter theme or Lord of the Rings theme world where we do all the builds. Or as many as we can anyway. I think that could be kind of cool. Remind me of this game. If this game that has grounded elevator trick thing, I don't know. Just gives you uppies in general. I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to as much. Yeah, the grounded elevator trick. Yeah, pretty sure people built Hogwarts also built Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. And it, yeah, I'll have to check out the build and see, because I know like I saw Hagrid's hut in there, and there's been a few people that have built Hogwarts now, so still have these like unique equipment. We've tried to go to these places, but I don't know, they haven't given us all the things. Really are the roof master. Hey, we try. We try to get it. I do like the different terrain materials. I think it's fun. We have the fishing hut build on the channel. I had to take that altar down, you guys, because we only have 10 altars. I can't have all my builds in the same world, unfortunately. But yeah, we did that one with the straw roof. We also did the little forest cottage with the straw roof. So I love the terrain materials they give us. All the things in the forest village is the moss roof, but then this one we did with the straw roof as like a really steep roof forest cottage. And I kind of like the straw roof too. Like it gives a really cool vibe to where I might, like for my forest village, I might do all the lower houses on the ground with the straw roof. And then I might do all the houses in the tree with a moss roof. What do you guys think? Almost like alternate a little bit with it, because I do like the way the straw roof looks as well. And then using the snow for snowy roofs. You know, those 3 terrain materials, and you can use the stone, like the barrier blocks. Those also create really nice roofs as well. That's what I'd use if I was doing like Hagrid's hut or something. Give me a roof. I have a guy for that. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, it's so much fun. I love the building of this game. It's always fun coming back to it, and then to think we're getting it almost finished here soon. Looks good with the grass below it for contrast. Yeah, a little bit. It's like the forest village. I think the houses in the tree having the moss roof is almost like perfect. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. The straw roof is so nice too, but the moss roof in the tree kind of blends in. It's like leaves or something, right? Which is kind of nice. But I also really like the straw roof when it comes to houses on the ground, because then it adds more contrast. Which I think does look really nice. I wish we had like a clay terrain material that we could build out of, like a reddish, I don't know, almost to do like a clay tiles roof look, you know? But with terrain. Because we have I love the way that the orange roofs look among the green, because it's complementary. Adds a really nice contrast. But I also love doing terrain roofs, and I don't know, we do have the clay tile roof block, but and I could do some houses that are not terrain roofs. I don't know how I'd weave it in, but we'll have to see. Deuce, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I am. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that we could weave in a normal roof with terrain roofs in a way that makes sense? I think that's possible. Because that's something I would be curious about and maybe try. Like, if we did a 1.0 base, do you think we could weave in, like, put normal houses in a forest village with the normal roof among houses with a terrain roof and have it look good? Like, maybe all the houses in the tree are done with terrain and all the houses on the ground are actually done with, like, the clay roof or something? Like, we could do a mix. Could do a mix. If anyone can do it, you can. I could try, you know, because I do love the roof blocks. Like, we do have some really nice roof blocks in this game. You think that it could work? or something like that, where it's like districts of a build, you know? Or some areas could be the terrain roofs, like everything in the tree, and then some areas could be the normal roofs that are on the ground. Because think Rivendell. If you look at the Rivendell build from Lord of the Rings, that build is actually 45-degree roofs. It's not anything fancy. For the roof, you know, it has some cool roof designs and stuff on them, but the roofs themselves are only 45 degrees. So you don't have to, you don't have to do like some steep roofs. You know, I could, and that's a very foresty elven build. So think like Rivendell style houses on the ground, and then terrain style houses in the tree maybe. What do you guys think of that? Maybe that's something we could try. If they're sprinkled in and not like a street of them, that would look really good. Yeah, just like kind of random. Yeah, okay. But more than one. Like I would have to make it look very intentional that like that's a style of houses. Like, but maybe taking some inspiration from Rivendell for something like that could work. You know, I am debating. Yeah, that might work. I don't know. Something along those lines anyway. Okay, let me go get some, I was thinking of doing, on second thoughts, maybe I just do like the foliage for this here. I'm gonna do that. Actually. I'm gonna do some of that dirt block and then do a bit of foliage around the edge of the stairs so that it's almost like a little railing on this side. Obviously we can kind of still walk over it, but it borders it a little bit, so that's nice. And then this side could have like an official little wooden railing. I'm gonna see if I have any wooden window frames left, because I like using those as railings, although there are actual railing pieces that they're kind of big though. They got rid of the skinny ones. They didn't get rid of them, they're still in the game, but they don't allow us to build them anymore. So sometimes I do like to use these polished windows frames for railings. I don't know, they can look nice. Like little clumps, yeah. Killing it with all the vegetation. You guys like that. You like that was something too, like that Poison and I tried for that Windrose build. Just trying to clutter things more and really go all out with more like freeform placing. And I think, yeah, I'm getting better at it. We didn't used to be as good with that. So yeah, if I do snapping and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 usually is enough to not poke through the bottom. And then you can sort of get that. Yeah, 10 is kind of the perfect amount. It just barely pokes to the bottom. And then we could get a little corner piece on here, and then take the roof pieces and build up a little something there. That'll work. Nice. And I could even take like a little banister or something and place it on the corner or something like that, but that works. Now we just have a nice little railing kind of there. Again, very freeform, not symmetrical. Brain off and place till it looks good. Yeah, pretty much. Chiselchip making heaven and Enshrouded. Yeah, this place is definitely starting to be pretty cozy. Even if you alternated some of the floor blocks with some other materials, that could be kind of cool as well. I'm kind of wondering, or having the floor here, you know, like some sort of cool like checkered patio. You guys think about that. What if we did that actually? What kind of stone? Oh, what do we do for the alchemist hut? Let's do that down here, because I feel like a checkered patio on the front Little things like that to add some details. I don't know. Maybe it's going too far. But that could look good on that big front section. Especially since it is more of like a farm. Like, think it would have like a tile floor, right? Or like a little something like that. I wanted to see what blocks I used on here for the checkered patterns, because I thought we did some checkered floors. Yeah, I did the red blocks, the ruby ones, I think. And then on here, I just did another variation of the wood, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did the bronze. So I could use the ruby ones and the green bronze blocks or palm wood. With the tile, though, I'm kind of thinking like either the gray or the ruby ones, because I want it to be stone, right? Or maybe the bronze. The bronze could work. But, yeah, I kind of want it to be like a stone to alternate. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think a checkered patio would be nice on the front here? To just do this front portion of the deck as like a checkered patio? Could be kind of cool to almost section off the rooms a little bit without adding walls, but I have to see what kind of block would work for that. I don't know if the ruby would be nice because it's red, and I don't want it to be a Christmas house, right? We don't want like a green and red patio. I just don't know if that would work quite as well. Maybe like the highly polished stone, honestly, or something. I don't know. Castle block for the stone effect. Yeah, I'm thinking like a light stone. Does the granite block stick out too much when it's in between the others? Might be too. Oh, actually, when it's a checkered floor, a Christmas market. Yeah, when it's a checkered floor, it prevents the textures of the block from bleeding into each other, so it actually works pretty well. Let's see what these all look like as blocks. I don't need them from my blocks chest because I forgot we can just select them from in here. I was thinking either they're fine stone. Ooh, what about the Midnight Tomb block? That's green. Ooh, that could add some cool. Add some cool look. Okay. We have the highly polished, which already creates a bit of a checkered pattern. That's interesting. Kind of a light, yeah, that's kind of cool. That would make for nice floors, actually. The Desert Temple block, which creates this bluish tile look. Think of it, it's not going to have any of the, like, here, the best, oh, shoot, my backpack is, getting full. Let me do a foliage deposit. We've got a lot of stuff in here. Okay, yeah, we'll just put it on there. It's gonna have, let's see, why? Uh-oh, charge shingle roof block. Why did it, I don't know why it undid my railing. I'll have to remember to redo that. The Midnight, these ones, those ones could be cool. The Starlight block, because they just create the tile texture on the top. But think it's gonna be like here, so if I destroy one of these blocks, and then Refined Sandstone, that's what that would look like, right? No textures. Or, let's go to like, yeah, regular sandstone. It's kind of cool, not as tiley though. The Temple block. That could be really nice. I do kind of like the bluish turquoise in it. Yeah, the city blocks maybe. Or the Starlight block. It has that blue hint. It's not gonna glow because it's in there, but it does create almost that like bronzish look to the thing. That is kind of cool actually. With the little bronze edges to them. Like the little edge to the tile. That's not a bad idea. Okay, city blocks. We have the, I think I had some of those. Castle wall, city wall block, there. That does create a very nice stone. Yeah, it would look great as a 2x2. That's what I was thinking, 3D, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, the city looks nice. Not as tiley, but we could even use the fancy stone block to have like a wooden tile look. The starlight, yeah. The starlight could look very cool here. Regular stone block. I'm gonna try the starlight, but like in a 2x2. Love that we can just select the blocks. This is so cool. Love, love, love the quality of life updates from when I started building in this game. This is amazing. Okay. So yeah, on the front there, let's do 2x2s. And I'm going to do, let's see. Let's start with one of them being, yeah, oh wait, whoops, destroyed them, so 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kind of like that. That way it's like, it's even. And let me just make sure that's just like centered in the door. Yeah. And then we could go along with this. Yep. I think 2x2 is perfect. Yeah, this game does have so many build options. Sometimes it's very overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. Could even just have little 2x2 holes. Technically our character can get through it. It's funny because the texture bleeds over so much that you wouldn't think so. Drop bars, welcome in. First time managed to catch a Chiselchip stream in a long time. Heck yeah, I appreciate having you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's a little newer of me doing more of the evening streams. We used to be more in the mornings, and I'll have one stream a week that's still mornings, but otherwise, this will be sort of the new schedule. We're gonna be on at this time and every Thursday and Tuesday. And then on Saturdays we'll have the earlier time, but I think, like I was saying, for people in the US, I think this is a better time, and so I can make that happen more. Get the schedule in. Yeah, slipped right through, right? Because our character, all we need is a little 2x2 block. It legit is like a quarter scale Minecraft kind of. Pretty much. Okay, so this area, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do here, I think. Can I do some on the very edges? 3 and 4? I think I will. I'll go for it all the way up to the edge, because we do officially have that space, so at least on these two. Well, maybe all, okay. Maybe I'll just start with the inner ones. Okay, so if I start... Ooh, what about polished granite? How would that look? That also looks kind of cool. All kinds of block options, honestly. Even like the obsidian block would make some cool, like, shiny green tiles, honestly. That would... Ooh. That looks really rad. Okay, that's my second choice, honestly. After trying that, that looks really cool. Could even use like the luminous and get all fancy. Okay, I'm getting carried away now. Let's go ahead and try the starlight. Because that brass, yeah, that gold look, that does look very cool. Obsidian and starlight? Ooh. Could even like alternate some of the tiles or something. I do like how the starlight blends in with a little bit of that brass that's kind of the same color as the green. It's kind of nice. 12:48 p.m. here in Australia. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice because during this time as well, like we've already been going for almost 3 hours, so if you catch the earlier parts, it won't be quite as late for you. But yeah, it is nice because Australian people have had a hard time catching the streams at the other time. Like how the starlight block looks. Yeah, this is a really cool. I do love that texture it creates with that little divided piece of brass in the middle. The Netherlands, yes, soon time to sleep. And yeah, nobody, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I'm playing Power World with the wife. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Hopefully that was fun. A lot of people are saying it's pretty good with being in 1.0 now too. So many times I was digging in here. I love it. Heck yeah. Before you go too far, make sure the block looks good on the world grid. Oh, like, yeah. Just in case I want to do it, like, yeah, I mean, that's how it would look, like, on the grid, and then, like, on off-grid. I know it creates those slants, those little angles, but that's okay with kind of how it is. Let me go ahead and sleep so we can see this all in the daytime again. Sometimes I forget to make the day, oftentimes for building, I'll make the daytime 1 hour and then the nighttime like 2 minutes. But also with this build, like now that we have all the lighting in place, or at least a lot of it, it's kind of nice to do it, to have some nighttime as well if we want to see how the lighting looks. No worries, I'm nobody. Welcome and good night. Time to sleep at 5 a.m. My alarm's set for 5:40 to get up for work. Yeah, y'all get some sleep. Oh, I do like the soft blue glow. Like every now and then you get a hint of it from the tiles. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Okay, there's our checkered floor. It actually looks kind of cool. It's very subtle. It's a lot more subtle than I would have thought because the brass really ties it into the it's almost like the goldish green in the stone here. But it's fancy enough to sort of divide this little front area, and I think that looks nice. I think we'll go with that. I'm gonna grab some lanterns because I would love to I'd love to get a little bit of lighting done in here. Let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit for while we're inside. All right, so we've got the torches in here, all the crude stuff. I have had some lighting in here. Oh yeah, I'll bring in some candles. That's a good idea. Some candles, and could do a little like orange wall lights. Those are kind of nice. Little blue pendant lights. Man, so many different options. All right. This is good. A good start. Is there any way to frame it, like wood in the floor around? Yeah, absolutely. Like you can technically take like the cutting boards or the little I don't have any in my inventory right now, but the little item frames and stuff and sink it into the floor to almost create like a little wooden border around the blocks. A little gnome lantern. Oh, that would be super cute outside the door. Yeah, like we have on the Hobbit hole there. That would be really cool, actually. I should do some of those. Just trying to grab like what I've crafted already. So, okay, this is like I gotta raise this up to 0. There we go. And then we could put little these little lamps. Like, let's see. Oh, it even kind of goes like 45. That's funny. Okay, maybe one there. Yeah, one there. That looks kind of nice. It's obviously really contrasty light right now, so it's gonna be hard to say for sure, but. And then I could put the little one of these little guys on the sides, kind of around the back section. We can always make these ones hang, and then I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Usually is good to walk under it and not poke through the roof above. Yeah. Very simple, and then we will go upstairs and place a couple of candles up here. Okay. How do I reset again? Oh yeah, Q and right click. I always forget that, like the little keybinds of this game that do make it very easy. Those are always nice. Oh yeah, and I forgot to replace this one here. Let's see. Because we accidentally destroyed it from before. Okay. I think maybe a little candle there. And then we could put some little candles in the loft areas here. And these ones, you know it, they're getting free placed. Little one right above there. And a little guy there. I feel like this will be nice. Just a little bit of gold light. We'll have to see how it looks like at night, but a little something there. And then maybe from the ceiling, we could hang a couple of these guys. Could bring in some purple, but that might start looking too busy. Just a couple of those. That already looks really cool even in the day. Now we need some like little rugs and chairs and all that good stuff too. Upstairs is gonna look so cool at night with the glowing blocks and candles. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. And yeah, 3D. Let's go make a gnome lantern. Why not start doing the inside a little bit on this place? We got the roof, so. But yeah, thank you, Joe. Everyone who's watching on YouTube, be sure to like the stream. Really appreciate y'all. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content. We'll do a bunch more like it. We'll be diving into this game like crazy with 1.0. So definitely stay tuned. Let's see, let's put those in there, and then I think the gnome lantern can be crafted at the farmer and stuff. Let me put these blocks away as well. That is the one thing I wish that some of these blocks could go, what was it, Shift R to stack? Wait, that's not right. Oh, it's just R now. Okay, they've changed some of the little keybinds. Gotcha. There we go. Okay, that's easy enough. Nice. Clutter party incoming? Yeah, maybe in the next stream. Gotta do some of that. Let me see. I wanted to go to workshops. Who had the little gnome? Was it the farmer that had the little gnome, or was it? Yeah, the farmer's got the little gnomes. Okay. She's over here, so just wanted to check on that as well, just to be sure. Gotta click on all these as well, just to get the little yellow dots off of them. We've built some of them. We have all these new plants with the update and stuff, so I know and can keep track of all the new things when they release. We do have so many options here. Alright, so let's go ahead and craft one of the little gnome I like the guy with the lantern. That's what we put outside the hobbit hole. I could do another one over here. It is a little garden place. We'll put him like over here, I think. This is a nice spot for him. Kind of like off to the side, guarding the door. He's got to be free placed. That's too like, it's too rigid. Let's see. I'm like there. Nice. That'll work. It's been R for a while now. I always used to use Shift R to do it. So that's what I had the habit of. So they must have just changed it to R, probably post-water biome update. I haven't done a lot of storage organizing since then, since I finished the playthrough, kind of, so. But that's nice, that's easy. Easy to do R for that. Free placing all over the place, the damn in shock, I know, right, Poison? Crazy. Yep, lots of free placing going on. All right, this is definitely looking really cool up here. It's not even nighttime. It's just like the sun is setting, but I think this is the vibe I want for this place. And absolutely with some little rugs and... Alright. Yeah, we gotta do a clutter party for this. Poison, if you want to come in for that, it's not today's stream, it'll probably be at least next week or a little after. If you want to come in for that, feel free, and I could give you all the login info for the resource world to just look around and, you know, take your time and stuff, get used to all the bits and pieces. Unless you don't want spoilers, of course, you know, this is obviously, but, you know, obviously a lot of this stuff is things you unlock later on in a playthrough. But yeah, I could do a clutter party. Have some people on to do some nice decorations. Alright, I wanted to also take these poles and put them on the edges. So let's see here. Let's rotate that down. I wanted one there. I just felt like it needed a little more on the deck here. And one there, and then let's do the other one there. Perfect. That could go down to the ground, but honestly I might do like a big rock or bush or something in that area, so don't mind the fact that it looks a little floaty on this end. I'll fix that up. Make it look nice, but I thought some more of those poles would be good. In here though, I was thinking originally of doing like walls here, but I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. And no worries, Anna. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good night. Just amazing, so creative. Hey, I'm glad you like it. You can try to count. You can try. Don't count on me. You don't know what they're all is. You might put like another gnome. There you go. Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, just a chance if you wanted to see all the different decorations and possibility. Obviously, you know, all of it gets unlocked. So like, you could just start you could have a clutter character just for like using resource worlds and creative. Ooh, this is a cool shot right here. All the little houses in view. It's kind of nice. I do like the diagonal house. It adds a little something to the village being off axis there. Yeah, what do you think we should do on these little side walls? I'm thinking for these, I leave it kind of open and almost do like the wood terrain. I think that could be kind of cool, honestly, for these like a little wood arch on the ends. What if I did that? What if we kind of took some of the wood and then did a little arch over here? Because then it can match the top that we did. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's go up another thing in here just to make it a little bit wider. So that kind of makes the normal door width, and then a little like outer section there. I don't know. That could be kind of cool. Matches even the little end caps there, and now we've got ourselves a little doorway to go in. And then we could even take the foliage tool. Let me go back into my bag and then put some vines around here as well. Just a few of them. Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, I love it with the roof wall. Oh, you think, yeah, like, you think doing, because I was debating filling these in, like having like a window. I could do like a bunch of prison bars, but I don't think that's quite the look that would go well. We could do like some vines. Actually, Joe's pallet walls would look good. I'm gonna call it Joe's pallet walls, because Joe the Wizard was on for one of the clutter parties for the tavern. And I'm gonna go show you guys what he did on one of the walls for the tavern, where he took the pallets, rotated them sideways, and then phased the flower pots into them. And I think that could look kind of good. Yeah, I love the pallets for so much. I think that could be good for like a garden house, don't you think? Maybe something like that. He did them out here, see? Took the pallet, kind of rotated it sideways, and we could free place it. It doesn't matter. That's fine on the side, and then glitch the flower pots into it to create these flower walls with the pallet and kind of weave some terrain in it. That could work actually really well, and it would work very well for a diagonal. Just as another idea to try, because this house is funky enough as is. I don't really need it to be that consistent or crazy. You explain the pallets? Not sure. Yeah. I'll walk through it. We'll do at least one of these little pallet walls on stream here. So I can show you how it all works. I'm going to first also, just while I'm thinking of it, I want. Is the foliage just not... Oh, you know what? You know what, you guys? I think I had foliage. I think there's a bug in the game right now where foliage does not show up in the terrain from chests. I'm gonna have to tell the devs that. I wouldn't have thought that... Interesting. Because yeah, I think all the other terrains do. I have to have foliage in my inventory. Interesting. I guess, I don't know if that's the same for other people. If anyone else tests that and finds the same issue, let me know. Because I was shocked. I was like, I have foliage, but guess not. That's the issue. Keep flexing the building skills. Hey, you know, if it helps people. Yeah, there's the foliage now. I was thinking we'd put like a little foliage on the outside there. That looks kind of nice. Just to kind of tie it in. We could even go all the way up to the roof with it. Use pallets, the wooden fences, wooden back for the map. Oh yeah, and the stone backs. Yeah, those map back things. Those could look cool actually. I could use those for the walls, but I don't know. A pallet wall, at least for one of these, could look kind of cool. We could do it on this side, like right here. That's a nice spot for one. Oh, foliage and moss was not working for you last time. Vuca nesting material or Vuca nesting material. Huh. I do have the moss. I think I had the moss. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I have the moss. Okay. I don't have Vuca nesting material, though. It's true. That I don't have. Interesting. Big square wooden pieces. I was wondering which they were. Yeah. So I think they're at the workbench. I'm gonna see if I have any in my inventory first, and if I don't, we will go to the workbench and craft some of them. But I think maybe I had some in here, so I just wanted to check. It appears I do not. Let's see. In here. I do have all the rugs up there that I can use. I was also looking to see if I had I have some of the wall tapestry showcase pieces, which would work very well as walls. Yeah, I was debating the whole yeah, we'll try the pallets, and then I'll craft a bunch of the flower pots from the farmer, I think, for those. Yeah. Okay. How do you remember where everything is in your massive storage? I kind of have rows for things. So like this row is terrain and blocks. I have blocks on the top one, sorted by color. So I actually, because it's not like a resource world where I have a chest for every single block, I sort it by color, and I don't have all the blocks in here by any means. I've been kind of using up a lot of materials lately. But I have like general like stones. I have like the woods, kind of the darker tan. I have like lighter stones. I have the darker or shinier blocks in here. So like well block, ruby, polished, midnight tomb. You know, some of the fancier shiny blocks. I have all the luminescent blocks in a chest. That's kind of how I have sorted it, because, and then just all the roof blocks and chests here. Like, this is not all of them. This is like 1/100th of the total amount of roof blocks, right? Like, but yeah. So I like having them by color because when I'm doing builds, I'll kind of pick a block palette based on color. So that's kind of what happened there. And then same thing for like furniture chests, is like all the crude stuff. Honestly, they're not super organized anymore. Ebony did a good job and I messed it up, but all the windows, they're getting there. Let me go, I think it's either at the carpenter or here for those pallets. Yeah, you can see a lot of the blocks here though, as I scroll through, just for people like Poison and people new to the game. There's a lot of block options and terrain options and all kinds of things for you to craft, and that's, you know, only some of them. These are the pallets, so you can craft many different variations. I think this is going to be the main one I use. The Wood Wall 2. I call them pallets because they look good as pallets when you rotate them sideways, but see, they're pretty large, and they'll actually work quite well for the space we have there. Yeah, there's a lot of blocks. There really are. Yeah, Poison, you'll have plenty of fun there. Also use water wheels as circular shapes on walls. Yes, very true. Very true. And yeah, fun finding them all as well. You go out in the world and you find the block to unlock it, essentially, which is part of the fun. Some people complain about that, but then it's like, yeah, just use a resource world then and go unlock the block for yourself. There's plenty of them in those. But yeah, let's try the pallet wall here, because what we can do is rotate it around so it's at the 45 degree, and then kind of like snap it in like that, I'm thinking. Well, that even looks good like without the little plants on it. It's kind of a cool wall thing going on there. That's not bad. And then I could like rotate around this way, put it in here. I think I had it all the way to the ground, yeah. Does create kind of a neat, oops. Sliding all the way down. Yeah, they're a little cleaner than the rundown palace, that's true. Usually the decoration station now, that's, yeah. The decoration station's got a lot of things. I have to kind of get used to that even. Ebony, welcome in. It's gonna look a little haunted, yeah, with the ripped apart textures, very barn look. And even like in here, like I'm not too worried because we could just take like the foliage and kind of come in there with a little bit of like with some of the grasses and things, and make it like a little bit closed off. Take the vine tool, put a little bit of that, a little bit of the normal vines here, and maybe some of these. I don't know. And then what Joe was doing that I thought could be cool on here was crafting the little flower pots from Emily. You know, I'm gonna need some clay pots. Well, I do have these ones, actually. I do have quite a bit of the clay pots. I thought I had some of these. I'm just gonna check my chest again. Ebony, I'm really sorry if I've unorganized some of the storage. I've kept it pretty good. Okay, I have kept it pretty good. See? It's like it's actually not that bad. Yeah, here's some of the flower pots. They're the round ones though. So I will craft some of the rectangle ones, but oh, Enshrouded just keeps crashing on you, Ebony. Oh, that's too bad. Push those pallets into the ceiling. Oh, and the beams look great as cross supports. That's actually a really good idea. Yes, that is awesome. Yeah, using them as beams, that's really clever. Oops. Okay, nope, I want to, there we go, craft at the farmer. What do you think? Some purple ones, some of these white ones. I like the fluffy, yeah, purple, white, yellow. The red looks nice too, but Then we take the flowers and put them in my inventory now. And let's see. We'll just kind of do like a building row. Honestly, I kind of want to put like. I don't use these anymore as much. Okay. So we have them rotated here. Now we want to take like G in the scroll wheel. Yeah. Tip them outside. And then, let's see, 90 degrees. Yep. And then we can just start like placing them in the cracks here. Even doing it with like some of the yellow ones. And that's how Joe was sort of doing these flower walls. You can even like phase in a little bit of the purple. You did them like full stripes across. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do full stripes, if I'll kind of leave it like open-ended a little bit, but it does make for a cool little wall there. Kind of a neat design. Quit nicotine 3 weeks ago, doing good with your progress. Heck yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Looks really good with the planter boxes too. Oh yeah, I bet. Kind of on the outside. I could even put these like you know, we could put a little row of them along the bottom. Put the little white ones there. I don't know. Looks kind of cool. A little rainbow flowery wall or something there. At least for that side. I might not do it for every wall, because honestly, like I said, the palettes themselves look really cool here. And like Ebony was saying, you know, it looks a little haunted maybe, but it's pretty good. Let's see, let's put that one there. And then rotate around. Yeah, that's so true though, Joe. This would make for a really good ceiling. Would look very cool. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. Now we've got kind of this open feel farmhouse here. The vines, the little arches, some flower pots. This is great. This is the vibe I'm going for. With the right lighting and stuff, it'll start looking good too. All right, let me do this arch on this side. Okay, one over here. Rusted, haunted, it's all good. Heck yeah. It will be a little bit, you know, them old farmhouses. Some of them got a little bit of haunt in them, it's okay. Alright, here we go. Yeah, the planter boxes. So when you say like try the cleaner ones, what planter boxes aside from those ones did you mean? Because we have like the wallflower. You're saying the planter boxes. Those are yeah, I'll definitely know what you're talking about when I see them, but there we go. Nice little arch there. Perfect. Where are they crafted at? Is this also the farmer? Because we have all the plants, which are really nice. So many different options. This is so cool. All the baskets, cutting boards, and then the seed beds too. Those look cool. Crafted the decoration bench. Is that's in here too, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, all the vases, the coffins, let's see. Planter boxes, if we could find some. There's all the crates. Oh yeah, there's also these wooden crates, these pallets that are really cool for walls too. Forgot about those. Did I skip by them? I feel like maybe I did. All these canopies, man, so many different things that I've still yet to build with. I don't see them here. That's what you were talking about. Oh, these ones in terms of like the walls. Yeah, for the other wooden crates. Something new you notice in Enshrouded 2 and don't particularly like when you're fighting with the boss or crowd of enemies zooms out for it to be close. Oh. That's weird. It does that now? Because yeah, it never used to do that. I never remember that anyway. It always just kept my distance that I was from my character. Interesting. Yeah, I gotta try that. I gotta try that now. Oh, look at the attic. Even the little round window. You can see in there. It's all like the blue glow. Let's see. Let's go and equip this one so we don't have the light lantern. That looks pretty cool. Going in here. Have like a nice little dining here. The soft orange light, little bit of the blue in the cracks of the ground. What else are you looking for? Is the planter boxes you were saying, Joe? Something about planter boxes? Oh yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Look at that. Nice little lights and everything. Yeah, that's the vibe I like for up here. That greenish turquoise lighting with the hint of gold with some of the candles. That's nice. The lighting in this game is really good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I do like it kind of shining through the flowers there. That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta go to like a little cluster of enemies then. I'm curious about this zooming out again. We'll have to do like the mountain dragon boss fight again on a stream or something just to prep for 1.0. just so I can get back in the hang of fighting enemies, because we're gonna have hollow halls to do and all that. I might do a live stream with Crimson doing those. Trigger Happy, welcome in. I think I want to build Ely Cathedral from Cambridgeshire in England. Be a cool project for you. Should look at it. Amazing build. Let me pull it up. Ely Cathedral. Okay, that does look pretty sweet. I want to like. Does look pretty cool. Yeah, that could be a really nice build in Enshrouded. Oh, for sure. Looks awesome. Looks like insane upper garden. Yeah, it kinda does. It's a nice vibe up there. Want to build that? That would be a cool build for sure. The mountain boss was tough solo. Yeah, gotta get used to that one, and especially in the mountains. Like now, it's very easy for me because I went through the water biome, so I'm like max level character now. But mountain level, yeah, it's a challenging boss. You can always make it easier though, so at least I like the sliders make it easy. You know, if you need it to be easy, they do have all the customization, which is super cool. All right, well, you guys, this is pretty darn nice. Put a little flower pot there. Couple little things, but we've got a lot of the... I do kind of like the jagged boards here for the walls. I don't know, something about the character they add. I know I could do the other ones for a slightly cleaner look, but those look pretty nice. There's some little boards. I do think adding some of the foliage back in here to just to fill in these little gaps could be very nice. I think that looked good on the other side. Maybe not right there. But just kind of like even almost fading some foliage in from the roof, honestly. That looks kind of cool. Ooh, I kind of like that, yeah. And a little bit of like foliage coming down from some stuff. Yeah, that looks really nice, actually. Just do the same thing on the backside here. Make it look like it's a little consumed by some plants. Only at level 7, been having a lot of fun in that game. Heck yeah, Ebony, I'm glad you're liking Windrose. Yeah, it's a great game. After playing it a bunch this year, I do gotta say it's up there with my top 3. I love that one, Enshrouded and Valheim. It's got great building. It really does. Yeah. Dragon got stuck with its back to you. Pinged it with arrows for a while there, then it died to the lava. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Jaunty Pepper, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you. Give you a shout out. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Hope your stream went well. Welcome in, everyone. Thinking of reinstalling Valheim. It's been a long time since you played that. Yeah, things have changed since then. Absolutely. Definitely wait until 1.0. We'll be diving in a ton on the channel with 1.0, and I'm waiting till 1.0 because Valheim is one of those games where you kind of need to restart the game to get the latest progress and stuff. So, yeah, Johnny Pepper. Hopefully your stream went well. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. A spicy raid. How y'all doing tonight? We're doing great. Doing great. Just having another chill build stream here. Building a diagonal house in Enshrouded that is almost done on the exterior. It's built at 45 degrees for our mossy farm cottage. It's going well. Enshrouded should borrow the mechanic and let turn blocks at 5-degree angles. They let you rotate every prop and stuff, you know, in many directions, actually. But because the blocks are voxel-based, the big issue with Enshrouded, here's what I'll say. Is it possible to make the blocks rotate? Absolutely, yes. The biggest issue is performance. Because Enshrouded is a very resource-intensive game compared to pretty much every other game. Because it's rendering a full 3-dimensional voxel-based world that seamlessly blends textures as you collide objects and stuff. It's a very interesting system. Very cool. But because of that, they would have to make every single block a separate entity, like a piece of clutter. Every block would be defined like this flower pot would be, to where you could rotate it and things, but it would add a lot of lag. If you imagine a house built with thousands of blocks, along with clutter, right? Could it run for me? Probably. Could it run for the average person on the average computer that Enshrouded can currently still do? It would be a lot harder, which is, yeah, your laptop would expire, yeah. So that's part of the reason. part of the reason. It was a good stream. I'm glad to hear. Great people make it even better. Heck yeah. Absolutely. I'm glad you had fun. So yes, they could make voxels, you know, the blocks rotate as pieces, essentially changing their property to be more like the little props and things we can place. It would just add a lot of lag to the game and be very hard to do large builds with, to say the least. Been fun, able to join the stream, killed it as always. Read bylaws for a living. Need to be well rested for work tomorrow. Oh, I bet. No worries at all. Have an amazing night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Rising World got it right. Can move and reshape the building blocks at 1 degree angles in all directions. Yeah. Oh, so they can do it, but any warehouse, any chests? we got the whole storage room. We got the whole storage room under there. A warehouse build would be a cool one for like a full thing there. And then sadness would follow. Oh, John T. Pepper. We know what many of the upcoming blocks and props are for 1.0. Some. We know there's going to be new terrain materials from this new lava biome that they teased. Possibly a new lava material that we can build with. Lord Sizzle, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Good morning to you. Good evening for a lot of the rest of us, but glad you could make it. There's going to be, obviously, a few more hollow halls, so probably some more props and things with those. So yeah, probably maybe a few more blocks, like another biome's worth of blocks in total, especially with the hollow halls and stuff. Probably like maybe an orange glowing block, possibly a red luminescent block. I would guess something along those lines if I had to make a guess. Lava biome. We also don't have red luminous blocks in the game yet, so something along those lines. We've gotten a bit of teases of some new armor sets and furniture in the code of the game that 3D was flashing to us the other day, so that was fun. Yeah, we should get some more, but not a whole lot of news just yet. Not a whole lot of news. Cool if you could build something with blocks and then you blueprint system to turn it into a prop. Oh, that could be interesting. Oh yeah, in Rising World you can shrink or increase the size of blocks and actually get into detail really deep. Yeah. It almost reminds me of, hey Voofy, welcome in. Almost reminds me of Vintage Story, which is a game I want to try maybe in this next month while we wait for the 1.0s. Vintage Story has the chiseling mechanic where it's like Minecraft, but then you can chisel a block. It's like 32 pixels by 32 pixels to create incredibly detailed voxel things in these tiny little blocks, you know? That could be interesting for Enshrouded to do, where you could like chisel the blocks and create sort of sculptures out of them, to where each block could be like an entity of multiple things. But again, that would probably make performance a little worse. Upgrading chests to the golden ones, nice. Nice, sitting at 2,800 hours, really want to make it 3,000. Vintage Story is cool, yeah. I wanna give that, I have it, so I wanna give it a try on the channel. At least a couple streams and just see. Yeah, it's kind of, that's what this next month is gonna be. A little more scrap mechanic, a little more Enshrouded, finishing up projects, a little prep for Valheim 1.0. Yeah, a little bit of Vintage Story, maybe we could try that. Or something about levers you can craft, like redstone and Enshrouded. Yeah, you're hearing about the logic. You're hearing about the logic that they are planning to add. We don't know much about that yet, but it's basically, yeah, think of being able to create your own like essentially redstone in Minecraft, a little bit like that, yeah. For lack of a better word, yeah. Oh yeah, Vintage Story has some of the deepest, craziest mechanics ever. Like mimicking real medieval hardcore survival. Like, it is arguably the hardest, craziest, content-packed survival game to exist, if I had to say it lightly. Like, it's actually a really crazy game. And I haven't even really played through it. Like, it's just from what I've seen and what I've been shown, it's really crazy. Yeah. Been thinking about Vintage Story as a replacement for Minecraft after Enshrouded ruined for you. Yeah, Vintage Story, I think, yeah, if you liked Minecraft, which I did, you know, some people don't like the pixely, blocky graphics, where Enshrouded does fix that for a lot of people, because it sort of smooths everything out, makes everything really gorgeous and stuff. It's an awesome game. Kind of ruined Minecraft for me as well. You know, Minecraft, I still go into the 2-week phase. It's so nostalgic and stuff. I love that game, like, as a kid and stuff. But yeah, Vintage Story is something that I am thinking of getting into. It is, like, you know, if you want to make a flint knife, you go and you find a piece of flint, you chip it into the shape of a knife, and then you go and find your string, you tie it together, you know, you gotta find a granite rock to chip the flint with, and, like, you know, you want your food to last a long time, you gotta dig a root cellar, different terrain materials, add different insulation. Like, every single piece of the game is exactly like it would be in real life. It's crazy. And yeah, Hytale's awesome too. Hytale's awesome. Just needs more development, I think, before I'll play it a lot more. It's fun, but yeah, Vintage Story, a great one. And yeah, if you guys are interested, let's do a Vintage Story stream maybe like next week or the week after. In between now and then the 1.0s. Let's check it out. Why not? That could be fun. Seen a world where a guy carved a face into a mountain. It was pretty cool. Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah. Smelting and making metals is a whole thing. Yeah, you need to set the whole days dedicated to doing that. Exactly. In Vintage Story, you create your molds out of clay, you fire the molds, you pour the molten metal into the molds, you wait for it to cool down to just the right temperature, you take it out with the tongs, you put it on the anvil, you start hitting it into the shape of your tool head. And, like, if you get it wrong, you waste the metal, you gotta start over. Like, it's really crazy. Did they take Vintage Story off of Steam? Yeah, it's not on Steam. It's like Minecraft, where you buy it from their site. It's been plenty popular, so they've been able to, but, like, the nice part is you have, like, pretty much 100% ownership of the game, which I do like about things like that, where you can just download it like that. But easy to mod and things. They can sell it for a little cheaper because they get 100% of the profit. They make more profit. There's a lot of benefits of selling outside of Steam if you're popular enough. But yeah, I don't think it was on Steam. Yeah, when you said it, if they took it off Steam, I don't think it was. At least I didn't think so. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's do a Vintage Story stream. Within this next month, or at least a couple of them, and see. So with that, I do think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. We've been going for over 3.5 hours. This has been so much fun. I know it's getting late for some of you in the US, and we got the roofs done. We got some of the interior. I mean, this is ready for some clutter parties, and we could try to put something together. I'm super happy with what we got going on so far here. Thank you guys, as always, for the ideas. Definitely subscribe, follow if you're watching on Twitch or Kick. Be sure to like the stream. I also have a Discord server. Anyone who's not already in there, just exclamation Discord in the chat. If you'd like to pop over there for stream announcements, for before I go live if you want, to share your builds, all kinds of stuff like that, and chat when we're not live. And with that said, I will see you all on Saturday. Midday morning stream earlier than this one. So yeah, stay tuned for some Saturday stuff. We might jump back into Scrap Mechanic a little on Saturday for some fun. And I'll see you guys then. Alrighty, thank you all so much for joining. Cheers.